Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 7. Now, I know the last one ended at the beginning of some combat, so I'm gonna let you hop right into it, and you know the usual drill, alright? Comment down below if you got any questions, like the video, subscribe if you want to watch more, and that's all I got for y'all. Y'all enjoy. Peace out.
We will go ahead and begin. So just quick recap. Last time, basically the cleanup of the aftermath of the situation with Enoch Fetterman, the necromancer. Um, Buffer Light Eye currently out of commission. Vera and Lily managed to get a level up out of their defeat of the necromancer, utilizing his help in collecting some spirit mana and putting it inside each of them. The consequences of which we will see in this episode. They came across to the midpoint, the fueling station for the train, only to find that its garrison has been taken. They followed the tracks after exploring the garrison tower to this ruined farm area, where they found these little green creatures and what appear to be some tied up guards in one of the little shelters there. They decided to get ready to attack, and with Noir giving the signal, or rather Lily giving the signal through Noir's eyes, that the wizard up there is facing away, Axel bursts into action. So you have a free turn here, Axel. So go ahead and what would you like to do?
Well, did we want, because originally we had talked about me basically just getting closer, and I think, did we want Noir to have the first
You're
turn?
muted in Discord.
Oh. Lamau. Didn't we want, we're like, I was basically just moving forward a little bit, and then Noir was taking the first turn.
Yeah, it was reversed. Axel was looking out for the wizard, and Noir. Axel was gonna give the signal, and Noir was gonna attack.
And I was asking if Axel could just have basically like a little movement to get closer to start the thing off of the rolls to get us there was what we were
doing. Calm down. It's fine. Alright, so Noir, I guess, is getting the first turn here.
Alright. Does he roll ferocity?
I'll leave it up to you. You can, or yeah, I'm fine with either.
Alright. He's 30. Alright, Noir in his new dragon form. Hovers over to there. One more.
Okay.
And
so with Noir darting out of the shadows in his dragon form, the goblin does stand up and sort of sputter. But yeah, you can continue.
All right, and the Noir will go ahead and spit out an acid breath.
Oh, nice. Wow.
He will then, with the acid consuming the goblin, he'll use his bonus action to help Lily with her next attack.
Okay. Is that an exploit?
Yeah, it is Ada's friend.
Okay. Does that cost ferocity or no?
I don't think so. Or if it does, hold on. Actually, it totally might.
I think it does. I think most exploits do, if not all of them.
There was one that didn't, and I forgot which one it is.
Yeah, Ada's friend costs ferocity.
Yeah. Never mind. All right. He will just end his turn there, slightly hovering above the ground, spitting acid at the goblin.
Okay. All right. So that's Noir's free turn. So now everyone can go and roll initiative. Axel, I'll allow you to advance 2 spaces in that time period.
There's no active combat there's no active combat encounter.
You're so impatient.
There we go.
Unfortunately, he rolled quite well on initiative.
How dare he? Can I just say?
Vera, could you?
Oh,
What is the reaction of our little sergeant friends up here? Do they see anything or?
There's no movement from that area.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Gonna make my assumptions then.
Well, that's an unfortunate roll for you guys.
Yeah, I already see where this is going.
The green man stands up and begins running and hollering his head off.
Not the green man, bro.
All right, so that's 15 feet, and then with his action, he will go an additional 30
Dude,
feet.
what a lame ass.
The wizard does notice this and looks over to join the combat. And he shoots up a little flare up into the sky
Oh
as he
my
does so.
god. This went from so good and so well planned out to so poor so fast.
Yeah, Vera is up.
Oh, okay. Where's Axel? He went to the left.
Yeah.
God,
You should. I was like, if you unselect your token, you should be able to see me. I was like, we can't see Noir, but we can see us three. I mean, Lily can see where Noir is, but.
Where is he? There he is. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna get in front of you for obvious reasons, so I will perform Sanctuary on you.
You're welcome to do that. However, I should point out that Sanctuary, if he attacks someone or does like a hostile action or something like that, the spell goes away.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better, I don't think I'm doing that next turn.
Yeah.
He's a little far away.
We're gonna do that. What'd you do that wisdom throw for?
Yeah, no, it just does that because the spell is weird. But yeah, you apply the effect successfully to Axel.
Oh wait, we
so
wasted
now-
a 2 roll from me? That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. Yeah, getting them out of the way. So Axel, you now feel this sort of divine power come over you. You get the sense it'll be a little bit harder for enemies to attack you,
Okay.
as long as you're not mean to them.
Okay.
I love that wording.
So I just gotta go give him a few hugs. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
That is your bonus action, Vera. Sanctuary is a bonus action. If you still have your action, if you'd like to use it.
What is the range of Ray of Frost?
The range of Ray of Frost is 60 feet.
60 feet. So is Sacred Flame. Toll the Dead, I think, might be more than that. No, it's
Can
60
I
feet as well.
see anything? Where are these guys? Oh, there he is. 70 feet. Ugh. I don't know about that. What was the range of Toll the Dead, Hudson?
60 feet. All your things are 60 feet, I think. All your cantrips, at least.
Just shy. Okay, well, Vera is gonna park her ass back over here, and that'll be her turn for now.
Okay. Axel, you're up.
Axel would like to.
How tall is this wall?
That one would just be about 10 feet. A little shorter than the walls around it.
Hey Hudson, you didn't ban Firebolt, did you? I can't find it.
I did not ban Firebolt. However, I don't think you have Firebolt. You have Spare the Dying, Toll the Dead, Ray of Frost, and Sacred Flame. And I think you only get 4 cantrips, so I don't think you chose Firebolt.
Our friends over here, and I, assuming I'm gonna need to make a check for this, but I am trying to see what the deal is for now to see if it's basically if they look like they're unconscious in the sense of I can go wake them up like by shaking them, or if they're like injured or anything of that nature.
Okay. Wait, so what do you want to do?
I'm just trying to see if those guards look like if they look like they're sleeping. Like I could walk over and like shake them and wake them up. Is basically what I'm trying to do.
Okay. I'll give you a free perception check. The DC is going to be fairly high, though.
That's understandable. How about that, baby?
Yeah, you're
No,
not
this
sure.
this was all part of the plan to get that 4 out of the way. Joke's on you. All right. Can I get within a 60? Pretty easily, actually. Okay.
And I should correct myself. You do get 2 more cantrips from your Arcana domain, and yeah, I think you did pick one of them as Firebolt. So I will add that to your
Yeah,
guys'
'cause I
character.
tried searching for it to add it myself, but it wasn't popping up.
No, it doesn't exist apparently.
No.
God, I've sworn. Oh, is it maybe? Is it called? Is there a space between it? Is it Firebolt? Yeah, it is. There's a space.
Of course! I was so foolish. I should have known.
Get rolled, nerds.
All right, Axel, is there anything that you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to move forward 15 feet. And I will go ahead and shoot a ray of frost at this goblin right here. That's what I'm talking about. For applied, is this motherfucker resistant to cold?
No, he had 4 HP left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does go down. He turns around to like point back at you guys, and then the ray of frost hits him in the face, and he falls over
Stoink
dead.
him. All right. So that was 15 of my movement. So I am going to. What is like the hotkey to make yourself like measure your distance while you're dragging your person?
Alt. So
Alt, that's right.
Click on a token, and then. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh, control is it? Yeah, it's control. Sorry, control.
There we go. Okay.
Control and then space. So control, click on the person, go to where you want to go, and then press space.
How much do I have left? 25 feet of movement? Yeah. So I will go. Yeah, I would like to stay behind this thing because I don't trust that wizard. Actually, I'll let Lily try to help the people if she feels like it. So I will probably just try to wrap around this thing. I'm going to go here. All right. And then I could pop Zephyr Strike right now. Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay.
Oh, I did during initiative. I should have described this because this happens when we roll initiative, which I guess I could also do as a bonus action now. But using my newfound powers, you see around my hands and my knuckles a glowing red light basically form in the form of brass knuckles on both of my hands.
All right. The true wizard street fighter he was meant to be.
Yes, sir.
All right. The goblin, he's feeling pretty cocky. So he will not wait for his allies, and he will just head on down here.
After I just doinked his boy.
Maybe right there. Can he see you from there? No, he cannot. One over. There it is. There it is.
What's this cringe shit? I got behind this wall for a reason.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for you for sure. So he will go ahead and cast Magic Missile.
Oh.
However, due to the sanctuary, actually the sanctuary went away because
Ray of Frost. Ugh.
So we're learning, but sanctuary really is more meant as like a last resort sort of thing, not terribly useful otherwise. Oh yeah, it's 2 more of these.
Lame-o. I think that's fine.
So minus an additional 8.
Okay, bud.
Those are pretty good rolls, I feel like. 3, 3, and a 4. Yeah, those are good rolls for Magic Missile.
Yeah,
He cackles maniacally as the 3 darts hit you and spurts of blood pop out of your flesh. Lily, you're up. Oh, roll Ferocity for Noir, please.
Yeah.
Ferocity?
Noir takes to the skies here and goes 20 feet up.
Okay.
Able to
just
see.
to let you know, I do allow for like flying stuff. I will allow diagonal movement, or like in terms of like you can go 25 feet in like this direction and 25 feet up, for example. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it wouldn't be 50. It would just be 25.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Or whatever that diagonal would technically be.
Yeah, he'll go. Yeah, then he'll go 25 feet up diagonally. Lily will then. How tall is this wall? The one in front of Lily.
That one's like 15 feet. That one's a taller one.
Okay. Lily will just go here and shoot the goblin wizard with her bow, shooting out a radiant light. Let's see if this works. It does not yet. Hold on. Pause. I'm next to Vera.
Hodling.
Oh,
I do like the image of Lily running up, shooting really quick,
And running back.
Ooh, close but no cigar.
Oh.
If you had done a max roll, you would have one shot him.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Is Mar gonna do anything here? With with one ferocity, he can't, or else he could. God damn it. Okay. Lily will then take cover again behind the wall.
Vera is up.
That'll be it.
ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Let's see. Okay. Ah. What are you rolling for, Hudson? Stop it. What's going on over there?
Stop.
To the left.
Get some milk.
Holy shit! You can stop now, dog.
No, like whenever you want. It's fine. Like, you can.
No, continue, Vera. It's your turn.
20, 25.
Fuck, I went a little overboard there. I didn't see that many tokens.
Okay, how far away are we? A5, okay. The range is 120. We got this. We got this. Oh, it just hits one person. That kind of sucks. Okay. Hold on. Throw my head
Also,
in.
hey, if he has vulnerability to radiant damage.
No, this goblin is a holy goblin wizard. If anything, he should be resistant.
Whoa. Don't fuck me here too hard, bud.
What are these guys? Halcyon. Oh, okay. I got you. Why can I not see? Is the only enemy on the map right now that wizard thing?
Well, there's one here.
It's the only visible
Yeah,
one.
I mean, you guys saw some off in the distance. They're not. I mean, you can
Okay.
see what you can see.
I was like, I'm up 20 feet if that matters. Or Noir is.
Okay, give me
Yeah,
back my
it probably
movement.
would. Here, let me.
Or 25, I think, is what he ended up doing.
25 would probably put you in such a position that you could see everyone. So let me see if I can fix Noir's vision.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Just give him true sight.
Yeah, I think you just give him true sight for like hundreds of feet because of flying, and we call it a day.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a unfortunately, I don't think there is a true sight mode, which is kind of lame.
Oh, that's actually cringe.
There should
Embarrassing,
be.
really. What's going on up here? Okay.
95. Oh, God. He's. Okay.
So many.
I can reach him from
It's
here.
almost as if it's a group of goblins and they thrive in numbers.
I want to
Goblins
throw.
are the most dangerous.
I want to throw a firebolt at this guy. Put him out of his misery.
Okay. So to target him, no, you got it. You figured it out. You know what's what.
Nice.
Yeah. The firebolt slaps him straight in the face.
Let's go.
Get slapped.
He falls down to the ground, smoking. Anything else you'd like to do, Vera?
How much movement do I got left? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yay. Yay. And that's all I get.
The funny thing is, yeah, you guys hit with very high attack rolls, which mattered because he did have shield. She could have. Actually, no, he could have shielded against Lily. I didn't think to though.
It's
Rip.
radiant and good.
Rip. All right. Anything else, Vera?
Nah.
All right. Next up is Axel.
Axel. I have no idea what I want to do because I'm a weak little boy right now. Can we just firm handshake buff false life right now? Because 1d4 plus 4 doesn't feel strong enough. How do we feel
Yeah, I
about
mean that's tough.
that? Okay, fair enough.
I would love to help you. But
It's worth a shot.
I'm being told by my legal department that I'm not allowed to.
Damn it! Listen. This is why we just don't bring them into it. You know. Yeah, I don't trust my health total right now, but I also don't really know what I'm to do. Let's see. How far is this? I could at least like go up against the wall and just kind of peek around. If I am at, I'm just gonna move or I won't move there right now in case it lets me see things I shouldn't. But if I'm one square above that, which I could get with my movement, would I be like full covered from mostly like at least these two to the left and hopefully this guy up top as well?
If
I'm,
you're
up
right
against
there
it.
where you are right now,
If I'm one up,
if you're one up,
I didn't want to do it in case it let me see something, but
yeah, I mean, you're probably. I would say you can make a tactics check.
okay. Dude, yes, sir. Hey, the attack roll hit when it mattered, alright? Okay, I guess to be better safe than sorry, because I'm sure I'm not getting much of an 8, I will just stay there. And I will go ahead and... I hate using false life this early. I guess I'll just dodge for now. I'll just kind of get against the wall, and be peering around, ready to evade anything that comes my way.
Okay.
I can't do a whole lot from this range, so.
All right. Let's have some fun times here. So, go there maybe. Yeah. Here we'll do a little noir torch. How about that?
Noir torch. Let's fucking go.
Oh.
So I'll do those to estimate the things here.
A lily torch would be more helpful. Wait, no, you can't see. Fuck, never mind.
I was like, I don't know how much a lily torch would help.
I was just gonna say so I could just do the map from that. But yeah.
That's so funny.
Unless we want like a ton of lily torches just like all over the map.
I mean, if you just put
Then
a
they're
lily
like
torch into
Minecraft
every
torches.
enemy,
Yeah.
that's fine.
All right. And I think that's all that they can do for now. Yep. All right. Lily, you're up.
Oh my god, just one. Okay.
Isn't that a good thing? Because I thought if it gets too high, it's scary.
Yeah, but I can't use stuff if
Oh,
it's
you're
not high.
I gotcha.
Oh, that makes it a bit inconvenient. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Noir will fly here. No, he won't. Kind of like him where he is, actually. Lily will peer over the edge and take a gander at... Perfect, within 150. The goblin directly ahead. And she will...
Oh my god.
What was that
14
roll?
is his name.
Love that.
That's get fucked. And an 8.
Wait, did he just die? Oh, yeah, he did.
Let's go.
Oh my god! Jeez. Okay.
Wee!
Well, we just gotta snipe all the goblins before they even get to you guys.
That's the plan.
Yay!
Nora will then actually. Let me see how much ferocity that is actually.
You only have 2 at the moment, I think, which kind of limits your options.
Yeah. I mean, it's on Lily. It's not on. Lily. There we go. Okay, so that's perfect. That's 2. So then, yeah, Nora will go over here, staying at the same altitude, and kind of be over this wall here.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Lily or Noir?
Lily will move back.
Okay. Next up is the tough goblin brute. Who will brutishly make his way down there. And the DM will check.
Oh god, he's so brutish.
He's quite the brute. And Noir, from his vantage point, does see as the creature emerges from the little pond there, having
little
been
chest.
summoned out of its bath by its masters, as the massive dire wolf begins to charge his way towards you
Why
guys.
did it have to
more
be
interested in the
massive?
I'm more interested in the Ben Shapiro chest in the corner here.
I don't have noir vision, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, that's really funny for both of you. There's a Ben Shapiro chest in the corner here.
Okay.
And when I say Ben Shapiro chest, you'll know exactly what I mean when you see the chest.
Okay.
Vera, you're up.
Guess who's perfectly 150 feet away from me?
Do I get attack of opportunity with Nortorch?
With
Yeah.
Noir torch.
You get a spiritual attack of opportunity.
Perfect.
God,
You're fat.
He
That hurts feelings.
said spiritual, not emotional, you asshole.
Oh shit, my bad. Your faith in God's not good enough.
There you go. That's more like it.
Alright, I'm not.
Lord Joshine would be disappointed.
Amen.
Jesus. There we go. Get that done.
I mean, just to describe him, as you guys can see him now, or at least Vera can, and Lily can. The direwolf is quite large and looks very vicious.
He's spooky.
Love that.
He is
I can
very
talk to him.
spooky.
It's fine. Don't hurt him. You bitch.
Don't hurt him, he says.
So the firebolt hits straight onto the firebolt. And what you get the sense that something that might have taken out one of the green men only singed this one's fur.
Cool. And then I think I can. Oh shit! Wait. Does Cure Wounds take? Never mind. Cure Wounds takes an action, not a bonus action. God damn it. No, wait. I also have Healing Word. That's different. What?
Hey Lord and Savior, whenever you have the chance, can we get Nor vision, or are we trying to purposefully keep that?
Do you guys not have? Oh, because he switched companions. Yeah.
I think so.
All right. So needy.
I said we get the chance. You know, I'm not.
I agree. They're needy as fuck. Honestly, don't give it to them. Nora's mine. I don't know why it should be theirs too.
Observer.
That's all I can do for you, Axel.
No, better than nothing. I appreciate it.
Did that fix it?
Oh, where'd the wolf go?
Can you
there
get
he
the
is.
noir vision now?
I don't know. No, we do
There's
not.
like 13 different Noirs currently in my journal. So he'll hit the right one. Actually, if you want to be accurate, there's 16.
It's
But
the dragon wormling companion, isn't it?
it is.
Okay.
Unless I'm using the wrong Nor, which I totally could be.
No, I think that.
Because I have everything on a hotbar, so it doesn't.
No,
really,
because
like,
I can click it now, but I don't know why it's not showing the vision. Like I can't see behind the tree and stuff. I don't know, but I can see everyone else's.
Just a second, I'll figure it out. That was Vera. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
All right, Axel, you're up.
I shall try not to die still. I think that's still the plan.
Cringe.
Great plan.
Hey, so seeing as we haven't really checked this backside, have we... I'm sure we wouldn't really hear it over the battle.
Noir torch it?
Please. Which is not going to help me at all, but... Yeah, I think I might try to run around this building. And kind of hit a little flank ski. Because I don't think running at them straight ahead is a good idea with my 13 health I got here. Hey, Nortorch works. Okay, cool.
Okay, I just had to replace them on the map.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run around this building, so I will. So I can go here. Yep. All right, that's my 40 feet. And I will. How long does false life last?
Until I hit it, I beat it out of you.
Lasts an hour, you son of a bitch.
Well, I can tell you which one is going to happen first.
Yeah, I probably should, because they don't seem to be using elemental damage. I don't know about this wolf though.
Wolf's gonna start breathing fucking fire, dude. Oh my god.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nor was just gonna shoot him from the sky.
Now he has a fireball ability.
Wait, yeah. I'm gonna use one false life. No, I'm not. I'm gonna hold it. I'm a boss bitch. I'll just dodge. I get to this wall and I brace. I brace to shift and zig and zag anything coming my way.
See how that works out for him, folks. All right. The enemy is up. It will continue dashing.
Attack of opportunity. You don't believe in God.
You shall be smited to hell.
Oh, right through me? You didn't even go to church on Sunday. You shit.
Oh, this little goblin sees me now, doesn't he? That's inconvenient.
Lily is up. Roll ferocity.
Correct. I am not within, and so it's still 0. God. Well, I guess I'm flying, so. Yay! I have 4 now, and I didn't roll a 1. Look at me, I'm getting better.
I should point out, just to describe them a little bit, the skulkers they have daggers and these little crossbows. The brute, I think, just has a club.
A big old
Oh, yeah,
club.
club and a scimitar.
All right. So if we get the brute, it's at least a confirmed win if Noir keeps going. Unless he starts throwing rocks, in which case he's cringe.
True.
Noir looks down at this goblin skulker, acid dripping from his mouth, and roars at the skulker, and then breathes some acid on him.
No way do you hit this.
God damn it.
He will use his slippery reaction to move here.
Perfect. You've fallen into my trap. Lily comes from behind the wall. Straight shot. She runs up to him.
Shoots the bow, runs back.
Shoots the bow.
Will never not be funny. Oh my god, stop it. Stop. Alright, low damage roll. Okay, thank god he survived.
And then with her, I mean, at this point, ferocious movement speed, runs back behind the wall. Noir is going to... Keep the same altitude, but go here. And he will. I guess he'll roar at the skulker as his like bonus action in hopes of intimidating him, maybe.
Okay. Oh, sure. Noir can make an intimidation check.
I mean, he's a dragon. It's at advantage, right?
he's not a very big dragon. He's
Whoa. I'm
relatively
just saying, it doesn't matter how big a dragon is for it to intimidate me. You know what I mean? Eat shit. That's one.
Sheesh.
yeah, he is definitely intimidated.
Perfect. It does nothing.
All right, next up is the brute, who is still
By the way,
making.
my goal with this is to keep him more out of the area of Axel and the guards, which is why he went kind of to the middle blockade there.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
Goblins don't give a fuck.
I was like, just in case he was like, okay, he's just gonna target Axel now. I'm like, wait, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah. And 10. It'll look at Noir, growl at it, and then look at Axel and Vera.
Whoa, buddy.
Which I guess I can't see Axel.
I can't see it, so it can't see me, and I stand by that.
Axel closes his eyes.
Good point.
Good point. Vera, come here.
There goes the healer for the group.
It's charging at you, saliva dripping at its sides. It looks like it's about to rip your face off in a moment. But
Cool.
it's your turn.
Great. You still don't want me to hit this thing, Lily?
I think we're past that.
I mean, you already hit it. We're kind of, I feel like we're... You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Thank you.
Do we know what... Oh, sorry, do we know what kind of a resistance he has yet? No, we don't, do we? We don't.
Not
He's
the
not
fire.
not resistant to fire damage. That's all you know.
Cool.
I mean, I will say he doesn't look like particularly magical. He's just a very, very large wolf.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of health, and I don't, Hudson. That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, that is a problem.
This guy sucks. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, well, you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Just keep setting it on fire, huh?
True.
So it looks like that's my highest damaged thing. Okay. Well, you know what? If it ain't broke, keep setting things on fire.
I love that song.
It was the Pirates of the Caribbean OST.
Really? Oh my god.
It clicked, she got it.
Alright, the firebolt slaps into him. Burning, I mean, you've done a fair amount of fire damage to him, surprisingly, with a firebolt. Alright, Axel, you are up.
Alrighty, lassie. Okay, here's what's gonna happen, ladies and gents. Axel, seeing an opportunity to flank said wolf, is gonna do something that might end up badly, and that's okay. That's okay. You live and you learn.
All right, I got the spare the dying.
All right, so
we're
he'll activate Zephyr Strike. So from his dodge position, you see him kind of crouch down and then like shoot off. And I will be using the actually activated part of Zephyr Strike, so I will get advantage and 30 more feet of movement. And I think they take an extra D8 on a hit. So I will run up to here using 20. I will go for a nice good old booming blade. Oh, that's right. This one I can't. I have to just regularly attack him. Okay. So I am hitting him with booming blade right now. Oh, how do I do this? I guess, do you want to give me just a hand axe to click? Or I guess a dagger shouldn't... Oh no, it'll mess the damage up, I guess.
For your things, what I mean, I can
make a custom thing.
Yeah.
I was
Although, for the moment, I can just give you a hand axe, right? Because that's kind of what we're using.
Yeah, it's using the stats of a hand axe.
All right, there you go.
Okay, perfect. So I will slap him with a hand axe with my booming blade. Advantage. Nice. Love that. So then situational bonus. So I have a D. What'd I say I get for Zephyr Strike?
Zephyr Strike is a D8, I
A
believe.
D8. Okay.
Correctly.
Yep. Nothing else for those, and then the Booming Blades if he moves. So yeah, I think it's just a bonus D8 for now.
Yeah, that sounds right. Nice, solid hit.
Decent. All right, and then I will. So I still have 50 feet of movement. So yeah, I will literally just walk up behind this wolf, just absolutely like uppercut, gut check it, seeing as it's a lot bigger than I am, and then we'll immediately run away like a little bitch. That's pretty much the plan. So we're gonna go boop, and then we're gonna go boop.
He does get an attack of opportunity, I think.
Not with Zephyr Strike. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for the duration. Never mind. You're right.
So that is my maneuver. If he moves, he's taking another D8.
Right. All right. The wolf howls in pain and frustration.
Yeah, you just see this guy behind him go, bah! And then just run away.
When
Next.
he howls, what is he saying? Make it difficult for you.
I don't think that he's saying a particular word. It's more of a expression of emotion.
Has he said anything?
Not to you.
Well, I can hear it. I can overhear it. I can understand it. Come on.
Yeah. He has not said anything that you can hear.
Why can that thing move so fast?
They are still dashing.
Ah,
Lily is up.
Noir, not Noir, not the right spelling.
Wire.
Go there. Or I guess, sorry, let me roll ferocity first. Okay. Anything higher than a 2 would be nice here. And he will begrudgingly, and unfortunately here, attack the direwolf, coating his fur in acid. Hopefully.
Damn, my man's is burning. He's getting disintegrated, I guess. And if he moves, a fucking thunderbolt is gonna strike him. I mean, he's having a rough day.
You guys been rolling very high for damage. That's like Lily's like 3rd max damage roll or something.
Oh,
My
Hey.
first 2 were 1s, so it evens out somehow.
Axel rolled average.
Lily or Vera's been doing quite well with the firebolt.
Do, do, do.
Lily will, in synchronization with Noir, hit him with a longbow. Hi, Wolf. Give me a second here.
Hi, buddy. Oh, this will be so sick if you put him down to a number that the fucking lightning strike kills.
That's the plan here.
Oh my god, it might work.
Should do it. Being there, I think she used 20? Yeah. So then 10 back. Hiding behind the wall once again. Again, begrudgingly doing so to an animal, but she will end her turn.
Alright. The tough goblin brute make his way. And the direwolf will move. So you may go and roll
Yes,
your d8.
sir.
Alright. Come on.
3?
And what you needed to roll was a 3.
Yeah, let's go.
I was looking like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah. So yeah, right as he moves, you just hear a boom. Just like you don't, there is no actual lightning, but you just hear the sound of thunder roar as he moves.
Yes, he lets out one final cry of pain and then slumps down, dead. Vera, you're up.
Oh boy. I just noticed it said dowdy. Unfashionable whore.
Deserves to die, really.
Spiritual damage, not emotional. Jesus Christ.
He will do an attack of opportunity if you
Oh,
move
that's right. He gets that. Okay, we'll see what I can do first. Hold on.
Most of your stuff is range, so it'd be a disadvantage if it's close.
Excuse me.
He has a dagger and a light crossbow.
Cool. So he can stab me and then stab me from afar. That's cool. So you said range stuff is a disadvantage when you're up close, huh?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So
Wait a minute.
Pause, Jan. Pause, Jan.
Come back. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let us. Oh shit! Do I have any spell slots? I have one spell slot left. Okay, better late than never. Okay, we are going to hope that this works. What is this? Oh, it misses? Then why did it let me roll damage?
It sometimes let you, because sometimes it's like half damage or something.
Great. Oh, damn it, fuck it. I can't bonus action disengage.
Not speak to, unfortunately.
Wrong class.
Fine, fuck it. Take your attack of opportunity, I don't care.
okay, he will do so.
Damn, you rolled ridiculously low on that damage also. That was unfortunate. Not that it mattered, but...
He stabbed me!
He does stab you.
He did stab you.
All right, is that it for Vera?
Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I ain't got nothing more.
Axel's up.
Axel, having heard the wolf die, will go, I guess his initial 30. So none of the goblins can actually see him right now, so this is kind of perfect. Yeah, so he will go ahead and dash. And if I need to stealth roll this, I will, but I want to get against this wall. And try to do it very sneakily so that I can come up behind them. I can sneak up behind them whenever they do pass by, assuming they're gonna walk towards Lily. Where's the real Nor, by the way? Is this real Nor next to me?
This is real Nor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do they know Nor's there? I assume.
He's flying over stuff, so
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's totally different. Yeah, I'll just do what I was planning on doing then, if that is acceptable.
Sure. All right. The enemy will go. So it goes 35, 5.
Whoa!
Chillax.
Chill.
It's not even
I
like
can't
that.
see.
It's not even like that, bro.
I'm just trying to live my best life. Why are they after me?
That's a good question.
Oh, actually, that one was close enough to actually attack you. I am going to give him advantage because Noir cannot see where the fight is right now, so therefore you cannot see where the fight is right now, beyond your tremor sense.
Would have missed too.
All right, then the petulant run on down here.
Wait, I have a question. If it's
Lily's up.
within Lily's, would that not be within Lily's tremor sense, like being that close, or
It
is it
is.
just like sneaking up on her? I guess is the idea.
Well, the tremor sense is like it can. So like you can feel his footsteps approaching
Oh,
you
okay,
and
I
like
gotcha.
visualize that, but you can't see like
what he's
doing.
doing.
with his hands.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
Lily, you are up.
Noir, hearing Lily's cries, comes over. Rolls ferocity first, though. Thank God. Okay, love that. And Noir will. Noir will come over here using No escape. So with my wisdom modifier, I can move up to 5 extra feet. Using 2 ferocity. There's an extra 10. Looking down at the goblin. This was the goblin that I intimidated, right?
Yeah.
So, looking down at him, screeching at him again.
That's so funny.
Again, in hopes of intimidating him away from Lily, and maybe the surrounding ones as well. I can make another one if you want.
No, it's okay. We can keep the same nat 20.
Yeah, hoping just to keep the 3 off Lily here. Then Noir will go ahead and. Hello? Oh, that's funny. Hold on. Give me a second.
Nice.
Hitting him for 7 points of acidic damage, or corrosive, or whatever it's called. Going back here. Lily will try to back up.
He will attempt to do another stab.
Fine.
He's not like particularly bloodthirsty. He's just trying to keep you from getting away from him because he's worried about the bow.
Okay.
Not even close, really.
She will go ahead and attack him. She would back up a bit more before attacking, but just for the sake of simplicity, so I don't have to move her again. Taking down the remaining goblin with radiant energy, she will. Where was she? Because he was next to her, so 10, 15, 20, 25. I guess there. It was probably better.
You'll see Axel
hiding
just vibing.
Yeah, hiding behind hiding under Noir basically over this wall here, and that will be her turn.
Top of the round, the tough goblin brute.
No golly gee.
Oh, golly gee willikers.
There. Vera's up.
Oh, do I want to try to hit this brute?
I don't like when these things get too close to me.
Valid.
My second favorite Pirates of the Caribbean song.
Right behind the first one.
Right behind.
Whoa, what was the first one? Set everything on fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
someone about arson. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm a big arsonist supporter,
Please miss.
both politically and economics.
And economically, that's good. That's good.
Feel free to miss. God, son of a Jesus.
I don't think
That's a
he
max
wanted
damage
to.
roll too. I can roll
Yeah.
pretty well on damage too. So
Yeah,
I guess
everyone's just hitting hard right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Who do we have left enemy-wise? We got that brute thing.
These 3, I think.
Oh, okay. And they're all near me. How? What's the movement on the skulker in front of me? What's his
Oh, I could
movement?
just switch it. Wait.
I mean, they have about 30 feet of movement, same as you.
Okay. So knowing that, and do they have any resistances that we have learned yet?
Not that you've learned.
Oh god, I hope they don't have resistance to cold.
They do
Well,
not.
They don't do that.
I know they don't have that.
They don't have
Okay.
resistance to Radianite from
Right.
Valorant.
From Valorant, of course.
Acid, fire, or cold so far.
Please hit him.
Oh my god, you literally needed a max damage roll to kill him.
Thank god. Okay. Well, I need that. How much did I move? I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just gonna...
Just keep on
try not
trucking.
to die.
Keep on trucking.
It's a brutal goblin fight. Just everybody is killing everybody. It's mayhem madness. All right. Next up is Axel.
Ooh, I have choices, and I don't really like any of them, to be honest with you.
Join the fucking crowd.
Hmm. Like, I could kind of take a turn of prep here if I really wanted to.
Hudson, what color do you think I should paint my nails? This is very important.
The important questions.
Um,
Okay, yeah.
Just a sec.
So, can you go ahead?
Sorry.
I love using D&D to decide nail color. Can you go ahead and drop a greatsword into my inventory?
I mean, now you're just making shit up, huh? Can you
No.
drop a fucking bow
No.
Mars?
Listen,
Sure.
you can.
Anything else? I'm not shopping right now. Does anyone else want anything?
Fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah, can you give me a health potion while you're out?
Listen, guys.
Yeah,
it's
can you give Lily one too while you're
it's
at
a
it?
thing, man. It's a thing.
How much did you PayPal him? This is stupid.
Probably not enough if we're really gonna get into it. So anyway, I will kind of like flavor this as I'm going here. So Axel will go ahead, and do you want me to roll a stealth check if I'm gonna try to come up behind this brute?
You're not gonna be surprised.
I'm not gonna get surprising. Okay, fair enough.
He was aware that people were in that area, so he's keeping an eye out.
All right, fair enough. So Axel goes ahead and runs out here. I believe it'll take me 20 feet to get within range. Yeah. So he will go there. And as he's running, he sees that like using kind of his fists isn't doing as much as it could right now. And he pictures in his head Eider's big ol' sword. And is like, huh, imagine that. And you see in his hands the red brass knuckles start to convert and grow into a huge red glowing greatsword as he comes up behind the goblin brute and will booming blade again and slams it down into him, trying to slap him silly. So let's roll to hit first, because if this fails, it's going to be real embarrassing. Hit nice. Okay, so I'm going to be using my resonance die, so I'll have a D4 from that, and I don't think anything else for now because it's only a D8 if he moves. Yeah. So the D4 is from my resonance. Oh, get fucked! It doesn't even matter. I thought he'd be way stronger than that. All right. Well, Axel, I guess not knowing his own strength, just fucking grips and rips this dude. Oh, I want him to.
Yeah, I imagine materializing the sword and then swinging it once, cutting off the brute's head clean off.
Yeah, and he just kind of like stun locks for a second, like, and sees the other skulker. Yeah, he'd overheat. He'd be hype. Yeah, Axel turns holding this now just bright, shining red greatsword, and just looks at him dead in the eye and is like, all right, bring it. Just very, very little crazy-eyed at the moment.
All right. Anything else?
Nah, he doesn't really have a bonus action he can use. He's not going to move. He'll take it like a fucking champ.
The skulker will go, let's see.
Nice.
30 feet.
Booked his ass.
And an additional 30 feet. Fleeing off into the wilderness.
Whoa.
Lily, would you like to take a pot shot at him?
I was like,
I'm fucked up.
come on now.
Whee! Oh, damn it. Hold on.
Now we.
Whee!
Oh, I used my bonus action, actually. What am I saying?
Damn it.
Okay. With that, he will activate his
Sag.
slippery thing, which gives him another 5 feet. And unless you guys are specifically going to go chasing after him, I'll say he does slip away into the wilderness, into the density of the trees.
I mean, okay, Axel will start going after him, but what are the other two?
Yeah, I don't
Of
care. I'm
yours.
gonna go try to stabilize the wolf.
Okay.
Is Axel charging off alone into the forest?
No, he has enough battle sense to know. So I guess he kind of runs and hits the edge of the forest. So yeah, like runs right up to the edge and kind of I guess stops seeing all the trees and just kind of huffing and goes just fine. One's got to live to tell the tale, right? And then starts to go back to the gang here.
Are these guys tied up, Hudson? What's going on here again?
Okay, so we'll do Lily first because she was right next to the wolf.
Okay.
You can go ahead and make a medicine check, Lily.
Make an animal handling one for the pool.
Sure.
Nice.
He did it.
I
He
mean,
wore it not down.
Okay, with the 22, you are very certain that this dire wolf is completely dead.
Bitch! Axel, get your ass over here.
He's checking out goblins, bro. He's seeing if they got anything cool.
Unfortunate. Lily is depressed, canonically.
Vera, in the meantime, you head over to the 4 individuals there. Curiously enough, they are not tied up. They're just sort of slumped against the wall here. Yeah, just lying there.
What is there a barricade like keeping them there, or are they conscious?
They have not responded to you yet. They have these like gold. They have their armor on, but they don't have their weapons, from what it appears. So they have this like bright painted gold armor on, and a helmet that kind of obscures their features.
If you make me take off that helmet and they're dead as hell, I like Vera calmly approaches and goes, "Excuse me."
There's no response.
Nice.
Nice. Step 2.
Don't startle them.
Excuse me.
Vera like slowly walks up to this guy and like just lightly like flicks his helmet. Yeah, exactly.
Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I guess if you're that close, you can see like his eyes are closed right now for what that's worth.
His chest is moving though. He's breathing.
You can make a perception check with advantage.
Oh my god. They're dead as fuck.
Okay, it's a little hard to tell because of the armor, but you can sort of see just this very slight movement. He does appear to be breathing.
Okay. What are Axel and Lily doing? Where'd they go? Just chilling down there.
He went to.
I was gonna check
Chase
the
after
goblins out.
goblin,
Yeah.
and then I'm
At
checking
this
the
point-
wolf.
Yeah, at this point, Axel will be back, and Lily's just sitting there depressed, I suppose.
Okay,
Lily
great.
is gonna go to every goblin and make sure they're fucking dead.
Okay. Sure. Noir happily joins you on this quest.
Exactly.
Also, I do see the Ben Shapiro
Ben
chest
Shapiro
up there.
chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to like very carefully take off this guy's helmet and I'm gonna flick him in the face.
You take off his helmet, revealing a middle-aged man, sort of salt and pepper hair, fairly grim features. You flick him in the face, and his head like lolls back a little bit. He does not wake up.
What's his condition looking? Is he looking a little pale, on the verge of death? What's going on here?
He looks a little pale and a little like gaunt, like hasn't been eating too well. But other than that, I mean, from just a cursory examination, you don't see anything particularly wrong.
Okay, Vera talks a little louder. Excuse me, and just like gently like slaps him on the cheek.
His head lolls to the other side.
We're really going for the aggro approach here, I see.
Yeah.
What about this one? Same thing.
Yeah, you take off his helmet, revealing a fairly young man, probably no more than 17. He is similarly sleeping, or unconscious at least.
Oh my god. Vera takes his shoulder and kind of like roughly shakes him, like, "Excuse me, it's time to wake up."
His head sort of shakes back and forth as you shake him.
God, shaken baby syndrome. Oh no, I stopped shaking him. Oh my god, come on, you guys. Do they look like they're under a spell or anything? Or they just plain old like deep REM sleep?
You can make a medicine check.
Sunshine. Where is that? There it is.
So it's with
Bang.
It should be +4, not a +3, because it's with the intelligence, not the wisdom one. But
Bang.
so 10, that'll get you. So they are unconscious as opposed to sleeping. I'll say that's kind of all you can get. I mean, you aren't sure if it's the result of a spell or poison or what, but
Bang.
there's no sign of like physical injury on them.
Okay. Oh, son of a bitch, detect. Okay. No physical injury. Great. Can I just like loudly clap my hands in front of them? Just a big old booming clap. See if I
I
get
don't
any
want to be that
reaction.
guy. I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah, there is no
okay.
reaction.
Ugh, fine. Vera will give up for now.
I would like to loot this goblin wizard. What does he have on him?
He has his staff, his clothes, and a small silver ring.
I love
Oh,
goblin
God.
clothes. Dude, eat it.
Yeah.
You
Fine,
have
got it.
to. You have to.
What did I do?
Oh wait, I guess I would end on. That's fine. I don't do anything. Bang. Also dead.
So Axel is now having come back, just walking through the goblins, kind of same thing as Lily with the wizard, but just seeing if they have anything, whether they're carrying money on them, any gold pieces or whatever, or anything like that. He would assume their weapons are not going to match his, magically created weapons, but
Yeah, their weapons are not well made at all. No, you don't find anything of interest on any of these goblins.
Since I'm the only one that saw,
Alrighty.
the
The Ben
Ben
Shapiro.
Shapiro
Yes.
test, I would like to go over to it. Oh my god, and and a neighborly one? What the fuck?
All right. You open. I assume just so we don't
Axel will
have
go.
to do it in order. You're going to open all the chests at one point.
Yes, political first if it matters.
It does not matter. So you find in the chests, the chests are actually like decently well organized. It's not like they just randomly threw whatever into whatever chest. You find. Where's my list? All right, so you find one of the chests is full of these bright blue crystals, and as you approach the chest before you even got to it, like your mana sense just pinged automatically. It sort of reminded you of like the force field back at the train. Like it was just there, like you could just sense it.
Good old times.
There is what appears to be a collection of weaponry. You get the sense based off of the size and the like construction of it that's actually pretty well made that it's the soldiers' weapons from their armory. One of the chest, and that's another one of the chests. Another is just has sundries, so like food, bits of good clothing and things like that, just basic supplies. And the fourth chest is actually almost completely empty, except for a few golden pieces, golden coins at the bottom.
I will take the golden coins.
I was gonna ask, because I know Lily got like a bunch of gold. What was that for, and what was that from? And did we know about that?
It was the necromancy guy gave it to me, and no.
That's right. Well, I guess Vera would know about it, right? Or no?
She was knocked out.
Oh, was she?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think she was knocked out for that, actually. I think she is aware of the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I was like, I thought it was. I couldn't remember when it was, and if Axel would know, but Axel does not.
I mean, unless someone told you, I don't think
No,
Axel
no.
would. Vera would
No one
know.
has. No one has.
Vera was awake for that, at least. Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
Yes, I take the gold pieces.
Sure, I already added it to your.
I look at the fine
I was
clothing
like, don't worry, I got it, dude.
and see if there's anything that's like fun to do crochet and or sewing on.
Okay. So basically, the clothing that's in the chests, they're like, they're basically what you get the sense the soldiers would wear when they are on break. So they're not like super fancy, but they're decently nice. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what Lily would be interested in, if she'd be interested in that sort of thing or not.
No, probably not. As for the crystals, I don't want to touch them. Axel threw a rock at him and died.
Almost. Hey, almost died. All right, give me a little bit of credit.
Okay, that's fine. I come back and report the chest findings. How many gold pieces was it?
I added them to your inventory. They were only 4 of them.
Well, that should be at 129 then, sir. I was at 125 gold.
Correct.
Let me take that up now. No. What?
What would you guys like to do?
It
Well,
would seem the immediate danger is over.
yeah, I'd say so. And at this point, Axel has put away his shiny sword,
Well,
or I guess it's
think-
disappeared.
Suppose we found the missing soldiers from the tower, hmm?
Yeah.
Would wake up!
I guess that answers my next question. And Axel kind of walks up to him. So what have you tried?
I've tried shaking them. I've tried slapping them. I've tried making loud noise. If you got any other ideas, be
Did
my
you-
guest, please.
Are
Did
you
you-
not a cleric?
What do you want me to do? Heal them? I can't cast any more spells.
Okay, I would like to mana sense them to see if they are like
That's
under
what
something.
I was gonna say.
My mana sense is proficient and shit.
Oh no, you will be better than me at this.
Yeah, sure. You can make a mana sense check. Okay.
Suck it, please.
Okay.
You get a sense of perfectly well stitched together mana within each of them, their mana networks. You don't sense any disturbances or unnatural threads that don't belong or anything of that nature.
Well, it appears they are not under anything mana related.
Yeah. That being said, I definitely would recommend we try to get them out of here as fast as possible because there's no telling if that one goblin's coming back with friends or not.
That is true. They seem to be in parties. I found a couple chests off in the distance. They have mana crystals and some of the soldiers' belongings.
Oh, like those other crystals?
I'm more like the ones that protect the conductors.
Oh, it's less exciting, but
Just to describe it
still
a little
cool.
bit, like the mana crystals that you guys dealt with, the ones that Enoch Fetterman, they were mostly like not terribly bright and kind of like hollow and clear. These ones were like, they were like glowing very, very brightly, like blindingly. So when you open the chest, it was like kind of blinding for a moment.
I see. Well, they were definitely different. But Axel, all up to you if you want to touch them.
Well, I guess it depends how different, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, on the topic of getting them back, I might be fairly strong in this new body, but I don't think I can carry 4 guys.
I mean,
You guys can all make perception checks. For the purpose of this, I assume Noir is on the ground, right? He's not like
Yeah.
just flying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can all make perception checks.
How about a 4? What do you got for me for the 4?
What do you got me for another 4?
How about what about 2 4s?
Oh, wait.
If Nora gets a 4, can we get like a bonus for getting triple 4s?
It's like poker, right?
I got 24.
I see it. I see it. I need to roll. I need to roll.
Reward me!
Reward me.
Okay. So, Vera, you do hear soft footsteps approaching
Oh shit!
from the other side of the wall here.
From the south.
Soft footsteps that sound like goblin footsteps?
I'll say with a 24, no. The goblins, like, they weren't particularly like stealthy. The only reason that they're stealthy is because they're small and like they just don't have a large profile in terms of like sound and stuff like that.
Oh shit!
These guys appear to be like more like how you would try to stealth if you were going to stealth.
Okay, relay this information, all of it, obviously.
Yeah, I immediately kind of jump to a wall and I'm like, do we need to worry about an attack?
I'm not sure. They just sound like they're being stealthy for. I'm not quite sure, but I don't like the sound of it. That's for sure.
Axel will go ahead and try to just peer his head around this wall to see if he sees anything.
Nora would fly up a little bit, poking his head over the wall.
Yeah, I'll kind of return back and be like, I don't see anything to the left.
We can put a Noir torch. Noir peeks his head over the wall, and 3 sets of they have pale eyes with very like pale blue pupils,
Love this.
and long white hair trailing behind the back. Their armor is black, their weapons jagged. They wield swords and these small, strange crossbows.
Oh, well, at least one of them is giving.
Giving,
Yeah.
The other adjectives aren't good though.
They all look up at you. One of them, the dissatisfied one, he points his crossbow up at Noir, but the other one, the one with 2 blades, puts a hand up and tentatively gives Noir a little wave.
Noir gives his best dragon smile and waves back. Does a little wave from the other side.
His
of the
little
wall.
paw, his little.
His little paw.
The one in front there calls out and says, "Hail, friend humans. We wish to speak with you. We are not enemies."
Vera nervously pokes her head around.
Lily, knowing that they didn't shoot Noir, makes her happy, and we'll go over there.
Hey, how do I turn off my concentration? It would be gone by now. It's only a minute.
So it's under effects, and then you click it's under effects if you click your token.
I gotcha. And can I just delete it?
You just click the concentrating and it should go away.
Vera addresses the elves.
There you go.
Hello? Yes.
Oh,
Here we are.
So genders, they all have this like flowing white hair. However, only the one in front is a female. The 2 behind her are both males.
I give a little bow. Nor does a bow as well.
They don't really respond to this. They sort of the one in front gives you a nod. You've saved your friends, I suppose. The Halcyon Legion members. Congratulations on a well-fought fight.
Thanks, I guess. Is there a reason y'all are here?
Yes. We want to assure you that the poison that was used on your guards was manufactured illegally, and we are currently tracking down the one who did it. This is not meant to be any semblance of an act of war. It is merely a criminal act by a rogue member of our race.
I see. Is there any way to reverse it?
She nods and gestures for. This is funny. She gestures for the giving elf to step forward.
Yes.
He gives you guys, or he hands over to Axel, 3 little bottles of. 3 little like clear glass bottles with some sort of liquid inside of them. He steps back.
Okay, yeah. I'll just take it and go. Well, there is 4 of them. Do they need a whole bottle or just a drop, or what's the amount?
One of those bottles should be sufficient for 4 of them. The other 2 are a gesture of goodwill.
Oh,
to prove our words to you.
Gotcha. Well, thank you.
I take a step closer to the female one. And so I have an inquiry. If
Yes.
you'd be so pleased to listen.
Please.
Okay, perfect. So, how do you guys do the sewing with Zama, and how do you do your hair? It looks magnificent.
The important questions.
You can make a persuasion check.
While Lily starts doing this, I go, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go get the guards up. I guess you do your thing.
I would ask that you wait,
Okay.
please. She calls after you.
Okay, I guess I take a couple steps and go, sure. I'll go back to my spot.
Lily not too persuasive. Oh no.
I apologize. If you ever visit my realm, I'm sure there will be those that are happy to teach you. I do not have time, however. I must hunt after the goblin that escaped. He might lead us to our quarry.
Ah,
I just
alright.
wanted to ensure that, again, your masters in the Empire here, that our race was not responsible for this. It was a rogue member.
Is it better to just kind of not mention you, or?
I would appreciate it if you mentioned that we gave you aid during this debacle.
This
Oh, that's
rogue member, does he just dislike humans in general, or specifically the Halcyons?
I do not speculate on the flawed ideology of traitors.
And
We don't negotiate
this-
with terrorists.
Amen.
valid. They're working with goblins.
He has apparently found willing dupes. Yes.
All right. Are we privy to more information about this person in case we unfortunately run into them again?
I assure you that you will not. I will find them and I will end them.
All right.
Well, have they,
She sounds confident.
Just, I mean, out of pure curiosity, and if you can't answer, I understand, have they committed a lot of crimes, or did they just recently go rogue, or what's the situation?
They went rogue back in our home country. They have fled to the Empire, thinking that it would provide them with safety. It will not. I assure you, we will find them and we will deal with them ourselves. This was their last mistake, attacking a Halcyon Legion, a place that we could track and find them nearby. Unless there's something else, and it appears that we're all on the same page here, I appreciate your understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it does help, that goblin ran south there into the forest if you happen to not catch it.
We saw. Thank you, though.
I would like to get a gander at their mana.
Okay. You can make a mana sense check.
I want to ask about this goddamn rogue fucking elf, but I don't want to get
Um,
murdered for it.
With a 10, their stitching, so to speak, on their mana network is fairly different from everyone that you've encountered so far. You've encountered Buffer, which is the only other person of another race that you've encountered. Even his stitching is like almost indistinguishable from a human's. These guys are significantly different. Still recognizable, but quite different. That's all you can get for a 10, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine. I shrug. Well, it seems to be all worked out.
Yes. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Best of luck with your wounded brethren.
Thank you for your cooperation. We appreciate it.
They get into a formation and begin sprinting fairly quickly to the south.
How
Whatever.
pretty were they, Hudson? This is an important question.
What's that?
How pretty were they?
They all had very symmetrical features. However, they like their bone structure. It's so like Benedict Cumberbatch, like that sort of like vaguely like not quite human.
Not
Just
quite human.
eeriness.
Poor Benedict. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
Yes, so it's sort of that sort of thing. So like very beautiful, but kind of in a strange, somewhat unnerving way.
Wonderful.
Just like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Exactly.
All right. Well, it seems everything has worked itself out.
Yeah. As I walk up with the drinks, I'll turn around and look at him and be like, we do just have a bottle for each of us, huh? Maybe it tastes good? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I turn around and uncap the first one and try to give my best approximation of. Actually, I guess logistically, I'll go to this guy, and give him a fourth of the first bottle.
Okay. He sort of rustles as he takes the antidote. It takes about 15 seconds or so, but he does stir, and his eyes like slowly blink open. He looks up at you, and his hand like immediately goes to his side, clearly expecting to find a sword there. as he doesn't find it, he
Yeah.
glares at you and stands up, clearly like bowling his fists, ready for a fight if it comes
No,
to it.
Axel doesn't. Yeah, Axel does not back up, but does put his hands up and is like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 man! I want to be clear. We just saved your men. All right, you can see the dead goblins over there. We're on your side."
Okay. He does look, following your motion to the goblins, and sort of looks around, seeing his men there. Uh, he shouts at them, calling them each of them by name, trying to wake them up.
Oh, hey, as I see, like probably on the second name, I kind of interrupt. And I'm like, oh, they've got some kind of like paralyzing thing. Here, you can give them each about a fourth of that, or a third of what's left, and it should wake them up. And I'll give it to him to give them the rest. Just that bottle, though.
Okay. At this, he takes it and regards you for a moment. He says, "Who are you? Mercenary company?"
No, go ahead.
Constables from the train.
From the
From Rheinthal.
Yeah, there's a the train we're on was running by your garrison, and we found it empty, and that's not something that the train took lightly. So they stopped, and we weren't really gonna get going unless we helped fix the problem quicker. So here we are.
All right. You can make a persuasion check with advantage.
Prage.
Okay. Another 13. He nods slowly and says, "No, constables. I can't say I've heard of Rheintal, of course, but never expected to meet a proper constable.
Yeah, small place.
Hey, not much of a uniform, huh?"
Well, I mean, we're traveling, We're not gonna be uniformed up all the time.
Causes less problems.
Fair enough. He's seeming to be a little bit more comfortable. He does distribute the antidote among his men quickly. They each get up, and he as soon as like they begin waking up, he starts yelling at them to like stand at attention, and they quickly do. He looks back at you guys once they're all up, clearly still kind of like dizzy and confused. He doesn't explain anything to them. He just tells them to stand up and get ready to move out. He looks back at you three and says, "Well, I'll surely put in a report to my commanding officer of your assistance here. Is there someone in particular in the constables you'd like to, who's your superior, who would you like this reported to for commendation and whatnot?"
We are more interested. The people that helped us were elves. They
Elves? What,
Yes.
what type?
deep ones.
Nailed it.
To be clear, you guys would not have, you don't get that meta knowledge.
Yes, yeah.
I know.
That was really funny though. Deep ones.
They're like really good about philosophy and their ideology. Just the and I kind of try to give them like a general description of what they look like.
Beautiful hair.
They're like Benedict Cumberbatch. They're human, but still unnerving and weird and creepy, but still kind of hot, like that.
That's the
With your brief
exact thing.
description- With your brief description, the sergeant looks sort of confused and unnerved, but he nods. He says, "Sounds like deep elves. Not surprised you weren't really sure. They're not known for coming out of their land very often. I suppose it's just as well. I assume you guys tell them about like the whole hunting down the trader and whatnot. Okay." He says, "I suppose it's just as well that they take care of their own and hopefully go out of our land without letting themselves be seen. Don't want to cause any stir."
Yeah, better that way.
I'll have to report this to my superiors, but like I said, hopefully it'll just be a non-issue. I take it that, well, that explains a few things, I suppose, how they managed to get us sleeping here. This man, I imagine he's stolen things from our garrison. I can see we don't have our weapons on us at the very least. Do you happen to know?
There are 4 chests in the northwest building. It appears to have some of your belongings as well as some mana crystals.
Oh, why did we give
All right.
Fuck.
Top two men, and
Really?
he and his men, he leads them over, and they gather what they need from the chest, replacing their weapons. He assigns two of them to carry the
Oh,
crystals back.
damn it.
I was gonna touch them.
I didn't think so with the as well.
I
Yeah,
don't care. I
um,
wanted to know.
With it being closer to night at this point, he, he says, I understand it's a little bit risky traveling at night, but I have a responsibility to get back to the outpost as quickly as possible. You're welcome to join us, and of course we would be comfortable for your company.
Before they would have awoken, Nora would have gone back to being a kitty.
Oh, sure, yeah, I would have assumed so.
Is that a dragon?
Yeah.
What the
No
fuck?
need for that.
Kill it.
So he offers, would you guys like to come with us? I imagine we should get to the outpost. Well, actually, how far away are we from the outpost?
I don't know, God, how far are we from the outpost?
It was about a 3-hour journey for you guys.
Oh, so it was about a 3-hour journey for us.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to risk that. We'll probably get to the outpost around midnight.
We should be fine with all of us.
It's up to you. I would say it's a risk either way. Staying here might not be the best idea. If more goblins return and you guys kind of look beat up.
I definitely think going back now is the right move.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, feel free to stick close as we head out. All right, you guys head back to the garrison.
Okay, as we're walking, are they like super orderly fashion doing their thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're very much marching in order, yes.
Are they in like a straight line where there's one in the back that I could get away with talking to?
Not really. So the way that they have it is one guy is in front, the sergeant in the middle, and then two in the back are carrying the chest at either side. So kind of like, I guess, like this. Whoop. In that sort of general order.
Okay, never mind then. I'm
Yeah.
good.
The guy in front appears to be responsible for like pathfinding and like leading everybody forward and sort of scouting ahead. And the others are just carrying the chest, and the guy in the middle is organizing all of it.
So what you guys gonna do with those mana crystals? Huh?
Can I take a peek at those? Yeah. So you guys get back to the garrison at around midnight, as promised. No one interferes with your travel along the way. It's up to you guys. Would you like to spend the night in the garrison or in the train?
I'd probably be pooped. I'd probably just stay in the garrison.
Yeah, Axel doesn't really care either way, so he figures a day away and letting Rachel work her shit out with the other one's probably best anyway.
How the train isn't too far from the garrison, is it?
No, they're right next to each other.
Okay. Well, Vera will go back to the train, I guess.
Okay.
Well,
So you guys spend the remainder of the night in both of your respective places. In the morning, let's see here. Where's the train? There it is. You guys can go ahead and do the long rest thing on your tokens. I need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back.
good luck.
Good luck. Be safe.
All right, chat. This is your problem now. Bang. I hit him with,
Killed them.
I hit him.
They're
I did hit him with a fat minute ad. So
dead. They're dead. They'll never recover.
listen, it disables pre-rolls for 21 minutes. So I say worth. Where's long rest? Rest. Oh, I forget you only get back half your hit dice. Yeah, the ability to bonus action change weapons is kind of cool. It's kind of fun.
Fucking Mary Sue ass OP over there.
Bro, I'm Mary Poppins in this bitch, right? I ain't no Mary Sue. I be pulling shit out of my bag you ain't ever seen before. Yeah, it was funny because I had my little knuckles and I was like, dude, I'm only gonna be one attacking anyway because I want to do booming blade and run away. So just great sword this hoe.
Yeah, I still don't fully understand what the hell your abilities are.
You just make shit out of blood.
Okay.
To be fair, it's not out of blood yet. That's why it's all shiny and magical. That's next level.
Hey, okay, Hudson, since you're back,
Yes.
I was gonna ask if while Vera was asleep, if I could ask the demigod thing about Buffer Light Eye's condition.
Okay.
We don't gotta do a cartoon or anything, but
Sure. You can make a mana control check.
bing bong.
Bing bong.
Mana control, where are you? There you are.
I'll say. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was about to say with advantage, but you don't need advantage when you just roll 19s and 20s all the time.
Yay!
Oh, man.
This website is obviously sexist.
No,
I'm gonna change my name to Lily instead of Kevin, and if I roll better, I'm fucking suing.
Are you gonna sue Roll22?
I should.
I haven't tested it there yet.
I should.
Okay.
I think Roll20 was fine.
You guys yeah, all of you are now.
Let's go!
Vera,
Party!
you find yourself in the same strange place that you were before, sort of this otherworldly magical laboratory. The being before you, its billowing cloak hiding the stars beneath it. The pure light and the dark black hole in either hand regards you as you appear before it.
Oh, I don't remember. Did this guy give me its name last time?
No.
Okay, Vera greets it, and it's like, I apologize. I don't believe I asked for your name last time. What should I refer to you as?
Mommy.
Technically speaking, in mortal terms, I am the avatar of Zafina.
Yay.
Avatar it is.
Why'd you disappear when the fire?
Why are you in an iceberg for 100 years? Answer me that. Alright, Avatar it is then. And then I would be like, if it's alright, I would like to ask you a question. I would like your knowledge on the subject, and then I relay the information about the current state of Buffer Light Eye, the whole mana situation.
What do you offer in exchange?
Well, what can I offer you?
Knowledge.
Alright, I have plenty of knowledge about my world. Do you have a lot of access to knowledge about my world?
No.
Alright, I got a whole slew of medical knowledge just for you.
Very well. It gestures, and one of the strange, I mean, you can kind of tell they're articulated arm, sort of robots almost, begins moving and writing runes down that keep flowing in this circular pattern. It says, "Whenever you're comfortable, please begin."
What does it expect me to do?
Knowledge.
Oh, it just wants me to start talking?
It's waiting.
Always watching.
Okay. Vera looks at it hesitantly. It's like, you just want me to start speaking about anything?
Whatever knowledge you're comfortable sharing.
Cool. Vera would like to, in vivid detail, explain the brutality of the hip replacement surgery.
That's so funny.
That's such a fucking off the wall.
Such a weirdly niche thing. I love it. That's-
Surgeon.
Okay. It takes this knowledge piece by piece. The ruins continue being created and flowing in a spiral formation, disappearing once it reaches sort of the bottom of the screen-like container there. It doesn't interrupt you. It just allows you to keep speaking until you finally run out of trivia to share about the hip surgeries.
When Vera finishes, she's like, and that is the most gruesome surgery that I have ever done.
This knowledge is recorded. The knowledge that I can give you about the dwarf Buffer Light-Eye is limited. I could only see him through your eyes. His god prevents me from seeing many more details about him. However, based off of your descriptions and your memories of what has occurred, it appears that he is tangled with another entity, another Empyrean. He used his powers too freely, too openly. There is another entity on your train that draws the sight of another Empyrean, the spider goddess, Lilith. Lilith and Vala, or their influences, are warring within Buffer at the moment. That is this one's guess, and it believes it to be accurate.
Okay, is there a way to help him?
Eliminating the source of the interference,
Fuck.
whatever is Lilith is extending her influence through.
Okay.
It would need to be a person with a soul.
I know your vision is limited. I don't suppose you have any knowledge on who this person would be?
I believe you already asked it about the Red Lotus and like tried to get information about that. So it will repeat. It says, again, my knowledge of your plane is limited. I can only see through your eyes and search through your memories. I would guess, based off of the information and the deductions that you've already made, that eliminating the Red Lotus will also fix the problem with Buffer.
All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate the assistance. That's all I can think of that I needed.
Have you given my offer any more thought?
Vera looks away and's like, not yet. I'll get back to you on that.
Very well. You should continue processing when you have spare capacity to do so.
Yes, I will do that. Then Vera would like to wake up, please.
All right. It's a more gentle transition than it was before. Last time you kind of woke up kind of sweating and breathing heavily. This time it is more of a gentle just rise into consciousness. Yeah. In any case, you all wake up in the morning in your respective locations. I imagine, by the time Axel and Lily wake up, you find that the garrison is already awake and active. They offer you a meal down in their dining room. They apparently one of the privates went out and collected enough sundries from the train to supply their meals for a little bit. They inform you that they've given the signal to the train, letting them know that everything's all right and that the train will continue its journey as soon as the fueling is completed, which is, again, scheduled to happen this morning.
I mean, Axel will. I'll personally just accept the meal and kind of talk to them, I guess. Really, more so trying to talk to the soldiers and kind of like get life stories and try to piece more and more kind of like trying to understand, at least to a small extent, kind of like how this world works. Is it like older, just like older times of Earth or things like that?
Okay. You can make either persuasion or investigation check. I'm
definitely gonna go with investigation on that one, Chief.
Okay, with a 13, You have to be kind of guarded and careful about like how you're
Yeah.
asking things to make it. So you aren't able to get too much information.
Okay.
I will say, in terms of the soldiers, they don't speak up very much at all when the sergeant is there, but he's also the one who's been cooking the meals. So whenever he's off in the kitchen, they're much more free when they talk with you. You find they're all fairly young. The oldest is 19, the youngest 17. They all have fairly similar stories. They're all from the same farming village.
Oh, okay.
Farming work dried up, so they joined the Halcyon Legion in hopes that they can get a paycheck, and they send a significant portion of that back to their families in their farming village.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. If I don't get much of that, I was like, I don't know how much time I have meal wise, but then I would just kind of.
Not too long. I'll say that's about the limit.
Okay, I'll go on that then. That's fine.
Lily, is there anything in particular you like to do before you head back to the train?
Not really.
Okay. So you guys finish your meals there. The soldiers bid you a sort of a fond farewell. The sergeant, for what it's worth, he seems like disappointed that he isn't able to like recommend you guys to your constable. You guys are being kind of cagey about who to report to. He's not going to press the issue. He's just grateful to you guys for saving him and his men. The privates, for what it's worth, and you got this impression while that you were talking with them as well, Axel. You get the sense that those goblins that you've killed, that's like more action than they've seen at this posting.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
I'm really impressed with you guys. But yeah, you guys ride back on the train. I'll say around the same time that Vera wakes up. I'll say with the interacting with the avatar does require a little bit more downtime in terms of sleep. So you guys arrive just as Vera steps out of her room.
When do we get to fight the Avatar?
Master of all four elements.
Master of all four elements.
So
Yeah. So, Vera, how was your, luxurious train stay?
Yeah,
Same?
cool. No, the garrison was kind of like about the same.
You might be muted if you are trying to talk.
Oh yeah,
There
sorry.
it is. There it is.
Thanks for responding for me. Great. I was trying to ask, does Axel know that Vera has contacted the Avatar? Was he there when we?
No shot.
Axel doesn't know anything about what's going on in you guys' lives.
All of y'all's action happened on like that day, which was the day that Axel was very preoccupied. So.
Oh, great. This will be great then. Lily, I told Lily about the Avatar, right?
Genuinely, I don't know.
I think Buffer at least was. I think Lily was there when Buffer explained it all to you.
Oh,
Right.
wait, yeah, I was. Yeah, I was in the room when you were like,
Great.
well, we do this
Okay.
thing.
Vera walks up to you guys and she goes, I spoke to the Avatar about Buffer's condition. Apparently, and she lowers her voice. Apparently, Lilith is has him out of commission, I suppose.
Yeah, my eyes widen and I go, okay, first, ignoring the Lilith thing, you talked to your god?
No. I talked to, first of all, not my god. Don't even get me started on that. Secondly, no. I talked to the Avatar of the god, like the...
Oh, so
Are
like
they?
the Jesus of your god? Oh, that's it? Just the mere Jesus?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you're catching on.
I'm starting to like Lilith more and more.
No,
Buffer has a
Lily,
condition?
don't say
Hasn't
that.
done anything bad.
I'm starting to come around to this Lilith lady.
All right, well then you can get in contact with her and ask her to knock her shit off.
All right,
How do I do that?
I
Okay.
don't know.
I don't think that's realistically an option right now. But besides that, because we would probably need Buffer to at least even start that process. Did it give you any hints at all?
Not really. Its sight is limited through what I can see. It basically just told me that Lilith is fighting Vala for Buffer, basically.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if we can... And also it basically just told me if we can get rid of the lowers her voice again, the Red Lotus, then whatever's affected Buffer will most likely go away as well.
Well, at least it didn't add any objectives to our journey, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it added the obstacle of if we solve this mystery, Buffer's back.
Okay.
Um, well, I suppose that we can at least go see how the refueling's going and go from there, because, at the moment I don't really know what else to do.
I would like
Yeah.
to investigate Mr. Fetterman's room. That will now be my room for anything.
Okay. You don't need to roll a check. He didn't leave anything of note there. He cleaned up pretty well after himself.
Nom, 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 nom.
I guess while Lily walks in there, I go to my room to put away the Emperor's Gambit set that is now mine, and will forever be.
Did
And
the soldiers notice they're missing a game?
they didn't say anything about it, so that's all that matters. See, I wanted to play them in a game, but I was like, that's a risky move, pulling out the identical Emperor's Gambit set to play a game. Yeah, so I will put down the I will set this set just like, kind of on the table, nightstand or whatever, or maybe on the chair. I don't know, whatever the hell's in this room.
Sure. There would be like a little nightstand, I suppose. Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Go up to the
Alright.
front, I imagine.
Yeah, go talk to the conductors. Can you give us the good old god?
Sure.
Oh, I'm so pumped. This is one of my favorite
So-
parts.
You guys managed
Yes!
to get to there before.
Oh, okay.
Four encounters.
God damn it. Y'all ruined my
and-
fun.
And Alina, they both sort of jump to their feet, excited when they see you guys enter this compartment. They quickly try to calm down and try to be less, obvious.
Less fangirly.
They don't look fangirly. They look very anxious.
Oh, okay.
Also, we can stop with the holy music.
Yeah, Indul's about to just offer and be like, yeah, so I'm the Red Lotus.
Endel sort of scooches and he tries to gather you guys a little bit closer. He, in a hushed whisper, he says, while you guys were gone, I mean, you told us to keep an eye out for suspicious things, and there was a lot of movement while you guys were gone.
All right, well, do share.
Yeah, do tell.
So yesterday, Michael Stark left the train on his own. Joseph left about an hour later. Joseph came back, and then Joseph and the guy noble, I don't know his name, so he left with Joseph. Rachel came in and was talking with Miss Irina. They both looked really upset. Rachel left after that, and she left the train heading south. Sergeant Eater left about 30 minutes later, also heading south. And Irina followed them about an hour after that. All three of them came back at about the same time. And then Joseph and Moses, they came back not too long after that.
Do you have this
God
written
damn it.
somewhere?
Nope.
Okay. Lily, usually have paper. Do you have paper?
No, remember that for me.
I was like, that was a lot of names to keep track of when they left and when they came back.
I mean,
Okay.
well,
Okay, well,
wait,
first
wait,
off-
wait. When did Michael come back again?
Michael came back. They sort of look at each other, frowning. They say, it was after Joseph left, but before Joseph came back.
Came back.
Okay,
Okay.
so keep this, Indul, first off. Thank you. And Alina, fantastic job.
Write it
We're-
down somewhere.
Yeah,
and give
we're...
it to-
And if not, we're gonna try to get some paper for you, okay? Because it's just, y'all did a fucking fantastic job. It's just a lot to think through.
Endel looks over at Alina, and she shakes her head. She says, sorry, we don't know how to write.
Okay, well that's fine. We'll grab some paper and then we'll go ahead and write it, as you say it out to
Okay.
us.
Well, I'm pretty sure Vera has this down. Okay.
But yeah, that's amazing info. Anything else?
Any people come back hurt or scratched?
They shrug. They say, I mean, we didn't really get a good look at Joseph. We just saw them at the windows, Joseph and the nobleman. They left from the nicer train car. The others, Michael Stark, Rachel, Sergeant Eater, Irina. Like I said, Rachel and Irina, they both seemed really upset, but I didn't see any. We didn't see any like wounds or anything like that. They just kind of looked flustered, you know.
Cool.
You said Rachel, Irina, and Sergeant Eater came back together?
Yeah, they all came back at the end there, and then Joseph and the nobleman guy, they came back a little after that,
When you
and into the other car. Like I said, we never saw those two that
Yeah.
closely.
when you say together, as in like they were clearly came back from somewhere as a group, or just like showed up at the same time conveniently.
I got Endel looks a little unsure. Alina says, I got the impression they came back as a group. Sergeant Eater was like it was like he was escorting them, you know, like all
Okay.
military.
Okay, gotcha.
Like those two were in front of him and he was behind, like watching them and
Okay.
watching around.
Do we just go ask him? He's right there.
We can. I just don't want to,
Then they'll
raise
know that we
suspicion.
had
I was like,
the-
do we
Yeah.
do we need to
Then
be asking when he came back and why?
Yeah, just if anything happened.
Okay, I
If
guess
we
that
know,
could
Alright.
then-
could be. If I guess so. Just are we gonna play dumb to our information?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. But again, Endolina, thank you tenfold. I will definitely be bringing a paper and pen by, and maybe we can give you a few lessons on how to jot stuff down.
Endel looks very skeptical, but Alina's eyes light up and she says, "Oh, if you would, that'd be great."
Aw.
Okay. I was like, off of that, Axel would begin walking towards Eater. I assume other people joining.
Eater looks up. He's sort of like sitting pretty far back in his seat. He looks pretty tired, like he didn't get much sleep last night.
Eater, you all right, man? You look kind of a little beat.
Just didn't sleep too well. Old memories is all. How about you, Mr. Axel? How are you and friends? I see that we're getting the train starting to move again. I suppose you were able to help with whatever situation there was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was some weird stuff. The garrison had some issues. They got basically captured, but we helped them out and saved them. So we got the train moving quicker than what probably would have happened. So always a positive.
No, good on you for that. I hope the conductors award you appropriately.
That'd be nice, but honestly, the train moving is nice enough as it is. Yeah, I mean, while we were gone, anything happened? Did everyone stay calm? I was worried people might start to get a little too concerned.
Yeah, I would say people were fairly panicky and emotional. No offense to them, but I mean, they had very civilian reactions.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's up, but as long as there was no serious issues or anything you had to deal with, I suppose that's good.
Well, there was,
Excited by the way.
we did find a dead body out in the wilderness. That was the only thing of note.
Yeah, eyes definitely wide, and I'm like a dead, like someone on the train dead body?
And he shakes his head. He says, "No, it was no one from the train. It was just, yeah, we found him, or rather, Irina found him, screamed, and Rachel and I ran to her location, and yep, it was a dead body, all right. Savaged by wolves, it seemed. He was missing a fair amount of meat off his bones. It was not a pretty sight."
Oh, well. I guess at least all you were okay.
He nods and he says, "I told them they shouldn't be wandering around, but they seemed very emotional, and I wanted to stay here and protect the younger ones at least. I can't be everywhere at once, you know."
Yeah, I mean, hey, you clearly did what you could.
So, sorry for asking for the gruesome details. The body looked like it had been there for a few days then, or?
Sergeant Eater shrugs. He says, no, I'd say the corpse was relatively fresh. I don't know. It was difficult to tell. Frankly, I've seen a lot of dead bodies, but usually just in their very fresh state, if you get my meaning.
Mm,
Can I roll an insight?
Sure. For what for?
For seeing if he's like holding any details.
With a 12, I'll say, yeah, with a 12, you get the sense, yeah, he is holding back for sure. Not necessarily because he's like trying to be deceitful, but more because like he doesn't really want to get into the details. There's like a shadow in his eyes when he's like talking about the corpses.
rip. PTSD, man.
All right. Well, I mean, did y'all? Well, I guess I don't want to bother you too much about it. I look at the other two. Shall we be on our way?
Yeah. Onwards and upwards.
Okay. You guys continue on to the head cabin.
I checked with the Kramers to see if they're okay.
I'll give Sergeant Eater a little nod on the way out.
Okay. Yeah, the Kramers are fine. Jordan, if anything, looks bored. Zachary looks like he didn't sleep that much last night either. But he looks like he has like a relieved expression on his face. He gives you guys a nod as you pass. He doesn't say anything unless you guys are like asking him things.
No, I was more seeing how they were.
Cool.
Okay.
Vera would, as the other two go on, Vera would like to talk to Eater a little bit. Sergeant Eater, I'm sorry to press the subject, but you don't think someone on the train could have killed that person, do you?
He frowns and he says, I suppose it's possible. The guy didn't have anything on him, so it looked more like a bandit killing, in my personal opinion. Someone stripped him of his belongings. I can't imagine it'd be someone on the train. Aside from myself and Wallach, we're the only ones who would be capable, I would estimate. Wallach was off, I think, in the garrison, along with his master, and I was here. He sort of, his eyes narrow at you, and he says, yeah, I could have done it. I was out on my own. I had motive, opportunity.
Well, that's not what I'm implying at all. I don't want you to think I'm trying to frame you for something.
I mean, there aren't a lot of people who can do that sort of damage on this train, Miss Vera, so I'm not sure what you're trying to imply.
What does he mean by damage? Just like...
I mean, I don't know, you can interpret that however you want. I guess you can get an insight check if you're really interested.
I mean, it's not referring to the damage the wolves did, right? Insight. Do I get anything?
Okay, with the 16, yeah, he does appear to be referring to wounds aside from what the wolves dealt.
Okay. Vera raises an eyebrow. Damage? As in something besides what the wolves did to it?
Well, yeah, the wolves were scavengers. I know slicing wounds when I see one. And he pats the longsword at his side. He says, my sword can definitely make those sorts of wounds.
Wounds made from longsword. Got it. Huh. Well, that's certainly unnerving.
Like I said, it seemed to be the work of a bandit. That'd be my best guess.
Alright, well, thank you for your time, Sergeant Eater. I'll stop bothering you now.
Are you guys are continuing on to the head cabin?
Who moved
Yeah.
me? I'm on top of Noir.
All right, you need to be in formation for me to fly you. That's how this works. You have to
Get in formation!
put your seatbelts on and your tray tables, and they're upright and fastened positions. Okay,
Can I
let's see.
smoke?
Do
Oh
you
no, I
want
think
all this
I
time?
did too far.
Wee.
Oh god. I guess.
Oh fuck! Wee!
Wee. Wee.
Oh god, not the
Very
ghost
much.
room. Oh my god.
Wee!
Yeah. So the train door is open right now. Sorry, Carmina and Ashhart would both be there right now.
What's up, Brody?
Ashhart
Brody.
glares up at you guys and points, and he says, Carmina, the passenger, is getting antsy. Carmina goes over. Ashhart sort of like what do you call it? Slaps his hands together or whatever, like clearing off some blue dust. As there's like the blue ball of energy does sort of spark and shine brightly, even brighter than you guys recall it looking before. Carmina goes over and sort of gestures for you guys to step back as she steps out and closes the door behind her. She says, the sergeant reported on the situation. Looks like we have you to be grateful for once again. Thank you very much, constables, for your help.
Of course, anything for a friend.
She looks a little embarrassed. She says, I'm going to try to convince Ashhart to provide this reward money. We'll see if I can manage it. If not, I'll be speaking with my superiors, obviously, when we get to the train station, and perhaps they can provide a reward. I don't mean to appear stingy, but the last reward was kind of my pocket money.
Oh.
There's no need. This is our job. We do it as we must.
I'm not sure that your job entails doing what you did, but I appreciate the sentiment at the very least. The train will be refueled in a couple minutes. We had just finished with the process, and the engine just needs a little bit of time to warm up, and then we'll be on our way. I was actually about to go ask Aaron to check on all the passengers and make sure that everyone's, settled up and whatnot. I understand that there were some people who were moving around yesterday, but unfortunately, from our vantage point, we didn't really see much of what was going on. I assume if anything serious had happened, someone would have reported it to Aaron, and they would have reported it, or he would have reported it to me.
That
Are you
sounds
three all
reasonable. Us four are okay.
Oh, yes, of course. She looks down at Noir. She sort of tilts her head and says, he just looks a little different for some reason. Must be a trick of the light.
Growing pains, you know how cats are.
Of course. Cats and their wings.
And scales and acid.
Well, barring any other incidents, hopefully it'll just be one long trek to Duran itself. We'll find ourselves in the capital city of the Empire soon enough. Anything else I can help you guys with? Or any information you'd like to share?
Any chance we could have another Emperor's Gambit night?
Carmina grins and nods and says, yes, I missed last night. Was not terribly fun being stuck in the head compartment with conductor Ashhart the entire time. As you might imagine, I would be more than happy to spend another evening in more pleasant company.
I see.
On the state of it too, I like tap Lily and I'm like, oh, we still need to play.
I only play with attractive women.
Axel looks over at Carmina and goes, nah, fair enough.
Carmina blushes and says, all right, Ashhart's going to chew me out if I don't get back to him. Unless there's anything else.
I mean, I'm good. Yeah.
All right. I'll see you later tonight then, Lily. Enjoy the trip.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna go kill Michael Stark. Just kidding, I don't say that. I don't say
All right, I'm just gonna go nuke the fucking train, bro.
We're running out of days, and he's on the train. He or she or they are on the train. So if we kill everyone on the train, realistically
Exactly.
speaking, honestly, I like this idea.
If you excuse me, I'm gonna go firebolt the living hell
Listen,
out of everyone.
I'm just saying, on our last night, we can't always do the good old slit everyone's throat one by one while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Easy
Easy
How
solution.
Easy enough.
That can never go wrong.
No.
How much time did she say we have before the train leaves?
A few minutes.
Ah, son of a dick. Okay. Oh.
I can't see.
Nah,
Okay.
you're fine.
What are you guys going doing? Are you gonna do your own thing. What's going on here?
I want to play Axel in Emperor's Gambit.
Cool. I'm gonna go.
Oh, so you
bother
don't
Sir
just
Vader
play
again.
play hot women. Let's go.
No, I want to get better. Go pull out the fucking kit.
Say fucking less.
All right. So, where would Axel and Lily like to play?
I'm assuming just in the train car, just the normal.
Yeah.
Or I guess is anyone using the dining room like area right now?
I mean, the servants are there. Aaron, I suppose, at this point, he went and spoke with Carmina, and now he's heading off to let everyone know that the train is about to depart.
If no one's using like the lunch hall, then honestly those tables would probably be
Sure.
the easiest
Oh,
and or
Jesus.
best.
What the fuck?
I was like, Axel will lead the way.
It's just flying all over the place.
I mean, if you want to fly us there, it might be easier.
Sorry, with Nora and Lily, the non 2x2 areas become difficult to traverse.
And Axel, I will go to my room to go get my my newly acquired set.
Nice.
I'll move Vera to
Oh, I want to go. Take me back. Take me back.
Oh, you're gonna.
Take me
please stop
back.
it. Oh. No, I don't think. Wait. Oh, yeah, we can.
Take me back.
Uh,
Where'd you
alright.
take me? Where am I? Oh, there I am. I'm flying. Good.
I'm
Great.
putting you back to where you were. I control Z. All right. So we'll do Axel and Lily.
Okay.
So you guys set up the Emperor's Gambit.
Let's go.
You guys can go roll tactics checks, and
So-
Axel got +2.
Yes, sir.
Axel, I do not mean to pry. Where is the pieces and the big like models for the floor?
Is anyone else in here?
No.
God, I'm looking. Is Ken Noir? Where's Noir at right now?
He's sitting next to me, looking at the board.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm like, right. So no one's in here right now. But if someone walks in, we can go through the process if we really have to.
No, I mean, I understand there's no one that's in here. Why is it? Because what does this one look like?
Oh, you're saying because it's a different board. I understand now. Oh yeah. So
the-
Axel cues in. Gotcha. Yeah. So apparently, and I found this out with Rachel's set because she has a homemade one. There's tons of different pieces, boards, everything. It's like a whole thrown out system.
Interesting. Coming in
And-
today on this very big modeled one.
Honestly, that one's probably a lot nicer than the
Yeah,
one I've been
in
playing
terms
on.
of quality, like Axel's isn't bad. It's better than Rachel's because hers is like homemade. But the one that Lily and Carmina were playing on is like the,
Very nice.
it's the Warhammer
Pretty
40K.
pristine. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Hey, maybe this is a good thing because neither of us have played this one yet, so no home field advantage.
Okay. Alright,
Do,
tactics.
do,
All right, you guys can go both take your tactics checks.
No! What a bad roll. I wanted to win this so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you made your Oh, I beat it barely.
So Lily, Axel does beat you out just barely. You put up a pretty good fight though. It's a very close game.
Yeah, after I kind of take down the final piece, I'm like, God damn, I've definitely had more tournament practice, and then you're still keeping it close. I got plenty to learn.
What did I do wrong?
I suppose I'll, if we're roleplay, it kind of be like, well, I feel like at this moment I could have done this, and like Axel goes into his very like tactical brain, and like almost like play by play is like, I really should have moved this piece here, and like it would have made more sense for you to make this play, and like pawn to e4 was just fucking stupid to begin with.
Sure. As Axel sort of goes into this like great detail and stuff, Lily, you do kind of get the sense that Axel, when like thinking about strategic problems, is different from like Axel thinking about most other things. He's like actually speaking quite intelligently about it.
There's tactic Axel and there's normal Axel.
Alright, I just get into it. Lily's just trying to get better to beat Carmina because Carmina keeps wiping the floor with her.
Vera, what would you like to do in the meantime?
Oh. Son of a
As
bitch.
this is happening, Aaron returns to this cart, and the train lurches to movement. So you guys are heading out.
Oh, Aaron is not in the cart that I'm in.
He is now. He went to inform everyone that the train was about to move, and then he came back.
Did he leave in the time span that I've been in this room?
Yes, he would have left. Well, he left when all three of you were there, and then he came back later.
Because, like, a while back, wasn't Abigail wanting to ask us for help, and she, like, nervously looked at Aaron?
No.
She asked for help with sewing, but that was to Lily.
Yeah, Alma
Oh.
asked. Well, yeah, Alma allowed Lily to help her with sewing, but Abigail wasn't involved in that. That was just Alma and Lily.
Okay. Well, I completely forgot what I was going to ask Abigail anyway, so it doesn't matter. Send me to Sergeant Eater.
Okay.
Fly me to the moon. Let me surf on the stars.
By the way, third best Pirates of the Caribbean song.
Let me play 'em on
That's not even your
Jupiter
first
and
movie,
Mars.
you fucking fake fan.
Do, 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 do,
That is
do.
obviously the Black Pearl movie that you would not get.
Fuck, you're right.
Don't
That
mind
didn't make it
me.
to Chicago.
Sergeant Eater is still in his seat.
Sorry. Okay.
God,
Right.
leave our PTSD-driven man alone.
Dude,
Yeah, I
you were-
know. That's what I'm thinking.
You just go up
I
to
know.
him
I
and
feel
you
the
just-
guilt.
You just start like making fucking machine gun sounds behind his fucking seat, hoping to give him an attack, you monster.
I set off fireworks behind him.
God damn it.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, how's Sergeant Eater looking? Is he still looking, like he's reliving his, flashbacks?
He's back in
I
Vietnam.
mean, his eyes are on you. As soon as you enter the train car, his eyes are on you.
He's back
That's
on
what
the...
happens.
Okay, so he's not in the jungle anymore, got it. Great.
Can I help you, Miss Vera?
Yeah,
Why'd you murder him?
Where'd you hide the body? Oh. Fuck, stop interrupting me. I keep forgetting.
I'm sorry.
What to say? It's so easy for me to forget my words. Okay, Vera approaches Sergeant Eater and like, if she lowers her voice, if the subject is too much for you, I will not press on it. But I am concerned that there's a killer on this train, Sergeant Eater.
Sergeant Eater sort of shifts. His eyes narrow, and he kind of glares at you, which is probably the first expression of like actual annoyance and like anger that you've gotten from him. Normally, he's fairly chill. He says, "Miss Vera, I am an officer of the Dragon Legion. I can handle whatever comes at me."
And it was not my intention to patronize you in any shape or form. It's simply a matter of respect from where I was coming from.
If there's a killer on this train, I will do my best to protect against them. I don't know why you think that, though. Like I said, this individual, why would the train stop, someone get out, go and kill a random individual in the wilderness, and then return to the train? That seems unlikely. It's, like I said, it's almost certainly a bandit. Bandits do tend to hang around the train tracks, although it would be a little unusual for them to get this close to a Halcyon garrison, I'll admit that.
Yes, I mean, if it was a bandit, though, why would they stop at just one person? They didn't even attack anyone on the train. It was just a random stranger, yes?
Like I said, they would be unlikely to actually approach the train unless they knew about the situation that had stopped it. I mean, that would put them right next to a Halcyon Legion. This, I guess, just to give you some reference, it was about 30 minutes to the south of the train, so it was out of sight of the garrison.
Okay, south of the train. Hold on, I need to write that down. Don't mind me. What is south of train? And you believe someone with a long sword killed them before the wolves found them?
No, I said that I could have done it. They were slashing wounds. They could have been anything that would deliver such wounds. A long sword, a short sword, even a dagger if used poorly.
Okay. And then I was going to ask him, Shit. So what do we know about spirit mana so far? Buffer explained that to us, didn't he?
About spirit mana?
Yeah. Didn't he explain that?
Yeah,
Sorry,
explain a little bit of it. Basically, what you guys know is that it results when a person dies, they leave behind residue mana, which is called spirit mana. If it's left there, it can curdle and attract sort of a ghost-like. It can sort of become a ghost or an apparition. Yeah, that's kind of what you know. It's very unusual, in fact, unheard of for something to die and not leave any spirit mana behind, which is one of the reasons why the Red Lotus is very strange.
Did Buffer imply that anyone can sense spirit mana?
He didn't imply that. However, I mean, yeah, he didn't imply that.
Alright, whatever. I'll take the doubt. Just fucking do it. I'll take my chances. Vera tilts her head and she asks Eater, did he have was his spirit mana missing? Is that how it was described?
Sergeant Eater's eyes narrow even more. And he
Yiker
says,
bears.
"What are you talking about? What makes you say that?"
Dude, you know what? Fuck this. Vera takes out the Red Lotus notes.
Bro, no. God damn it.
I want to solve this case and I'm gonna solve it!
Vera just yells this in the trailer.
He literally wants to kill you, dog.
Yeah, if he wanted to kill me, he would have killed me already. He knows I'm a cleric.
He looks, in any case, he
That's
looks
somewhat
suspiciously at the notes. He says,
She just quietly hands him over. Read this, Sergeant Eater.
"Okay. Keeping an eye on you, basically the whole time. Like he keeps like looking down the notes for a moment, looking back up to you to make sure you aren't making any hostile movements.
Vera's just chilling.
It takes him a little bit, and he like goes back and reads over things that he's missed. He's like very, very thorough about it.
And then, as he's reading that, Vera goes, "This is why I'm asking you about this particular subject. If you're picking up what I'm putting down."
He gets to the end of it, and he looks up at you. He says,
"I'm a constable, Sergeant Eater, and I have a case to solve."
It says we're otherworldly.
"You can make a deception check."
Hold on. Yeah, wait.
It says we're
Yeah, what does our thing say?
No, the notes that it doesn't say anything about that we're from the other world or anything. It's just talking about the deaths that the Red Lotus caused.
It describes the different deaths associated with the Red Lotus.
Yeah, I'm not handing over anything else.
But yeah, go and make a deception check, Vera.
Oh, fucking yeet. Let's go. With advantage.
No.
No
Come
shot.
on!
No shot.
You're lucky.
What was my last one? Was a 16. Yeah.
An 11? Okay.
So.
He says, "I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, Miss Vera. This seems like some incredibly complicated and very poorly conceived prank. However, assuming that these notes are real, and assuming for a moment that you are who you say you are, why are you showing me this?" And he's looking at you very intensely, and his hand goes to, like, is very close to his sword right now.
Vera looks down at where his hand is on the sword, and she's like, "Sergeant Eater, I don't know how to convince you that I truly have no intention to hurt you or anyone on this train. If I wanted to, like, I certainly would not be approaching you, of all people, if my intentions were to harm. I would be staying as far away from you as I physically could."
Please answer the question.
Oh shit, what did he ask me again?
he asked, oh shoot, no, now you're getting me to forget. I think he asked,
Why are you showing me this?
yeah, basically, yeah, why are you showing me this?
Because I'm running out of time, Sergeant Eater. And I want to find this person before he harms anyone else.
Why do you think that this person is on the train?
Oh, that's a good question.
I didn't think we'd get this far, so.
I really didn't. I never do when it comes to this kind of shit. That was the limited amount of information that I was given when I started this whole mess. I was given these notes, and I was told he was on this train. That's what I have to work with. And as you can see, I'm very stressed with this situation.
He grimaces, and like you see like a bit of a light bulb pop up in his head, just in his expression, and he says, "This is Shadow Legion shit, isn't it?" That's why
There goes bingo.
he snorts and shakes his head. A fair amount of tension because he feels like he's kind of figured it out. He relaxes a little bit. He says, "They should all be locked up and the key thrown away, as far as I'm concerned. Are you a member of them, or are you just one of their pawns?"
One of their pawns.
He snorts and shakes his head again. He says, "Shameful. Shameful is what it is."
Oh.
Well,
Wow.
in any case, and your friends, I assume, also Shadow Legion pawns.
Oh, absolutely, but don't mention this to them. They'll have my head.
You know, just keep this one on the DL if you wouldn't mind, Eater.
All right. Here's what information I have, and well, frankly, you're very lucky that I'm not the Red Lotus.
Yes,
You should
well,
be careful who you speak to about this.
I figured your whole honorable, too honest for your own good act was a little too genuine.
He shrugs and he says, "I am a simple soldier.
And that's what I
I'm not an
appreciate about you.
investigator. I'm not anything of that nature. That said, this body that I found, and, well, one of the reasons I have been led to an early retirement is that my mana sense is unreliable." He says this in like his face colors, and he looks like very ashamed. He says, "So I wasn't sure if I just wasn't picking up anything because of that, or if this individual truly left no spirit mana behind. But yes, from what I could sense, they didn't have any spirit mana left."
Vera sighs. So, he got another one then.
Sergeant Eater looks at you and he says, "Seems to me that she is more likely.
Vera,
Either Irina or Rachel. They were the ones who were there when I found the body. Well, Irina screamed, and then Rachel and I came at around the same time. It could have been either of them, though."
Vera frowns and then she goes, well, I've heard that, Michael, Stark, Joseph, and Moses also left the train.
Eater nods slowly, thoughtfully. He says, "Yes, I suppose that's true."
Knowing that 3 other people left the train, would you still place your bets on one of the 2 girls being the killer, or?
No, you make a good point. The only reason I suspect those 2 is because they were close to the body, but you're right. I suppose it could have been Michael or one of the other 2.
Well, from my opinion, I'm gonna personally write off the 2 girls solely because the Red Lotus doesn't seem to drag attention to his killings. You mentioned that Irina screamed when she found the body. I am assuming the Red Lotus isn't the type to do that.
Eater nods slowly, says, "Based off of those notes, I would tend to agree. Although it doesn't go into detail about how the different bodies were discovered. Maybe that is their calling card, and although you would think that the Shadow Legion would pick up on something like that."
Yeah, hopefully. Well, that's honestly all I wanted.
How are you planning on dealing with them?
Do
you have some sort of item from the Shadow Legion to help you?
Yeah, something like that, all right. First, we
Smooth.
have to figure out who this person is in the first place.
Smooth.
If they're able to kill that easily, I mean, I will not back down from a fight, but I would prefer it not to be my last
Yeah.
if I'm to confront this individual.
Vera dusts herself up and stands up and goes, well, that's all I wanted to confirm. I do appreciate your patience with this whole thing. And she lowers her voice and, of course, I don't think I need to say this, but don't tell anyone else about this. We don't exactly know who's who.
That's fine, but I would appreciate you keeping me up to date. At least we should meet at least once before night falls, every night.
Of course. Thank you for your cooperation, Sergeant.
He nods gruffly and sort of returns. He's no longer like sort of you know, he looks very focused and intense, like he's trying to like think very hard about this problem that you set before him.
It's fine, Lily. It's fine. I didn't die. It's fine.
Not fucking yet. I'm gonna kill you myself.
You're not gonna know shit. Keep playing your game.
Run it back,
All right.
bitch. Do another one.
So with that, I'll say the train comes to midday. We'll advance time a little bit here. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do for the rest of the day? It's up to you.
Fucking cooked you on that one.
I'm gonna check on Buffer and how's he looking? Still rough?
Still very, very unconscious.
You have 5 right now.
Is he
Say
like
less.
sweating, looks
That's
uncomfortable?
so tough.
I mean, he looks as comfortable as can be expected. He doesn't look like
Yeah.
he's like in a coma.
Alright, well, that's what I wanted to see.
Alright, so I catch on to the tactics of the board and the best and worst places, and as we're playing, I express those as we go. And I'm like, oh, this would be really good here, this would be really good here. There, hopefully trying to buff up Lily's game knowledge there.
Are these unauthorized tactics checks that have been going on?
No,
here?
these are
Don't-
player v players, and you are not involved.
This right here is Axel rocking Lily's fucking world at some Emperor's Gambit. That's what this is.
Literally anything like I think a 7 or lower, I literally can't win.
Pretty much yes. Actually, I would give you a nat 1 like loss. I think we can play. We'll play the nat 1 loss.
So Lily and Axel, you continue your games through the to midday. Is there anything that what would you guys like to do for the rest of the day? if
So
anything?
I would like to once we finish up, I'll pick up all my stuff, put in my inventory. Go. Oh, she said that they only have paper. Like she only had like personal paper, didn't she? Last time we asked. Whatever the
Not a whole
helper
lot of
lady's name is.
personal paper on the train.
Yeah. I really want to teach the kids how to write.
You can make an intelligence check if you want.
Okay. Oh, it's intelligence, not a skill.
Okay, with a 14. You do recall that Michael Stark, he is a businessman. He has a fair amount of paper in his pack. Like he was you've seen him writing on stuff before.
Okay.
You're there.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stop by Michael.
Stab him in the back.
No, he's having. I probably won't stab him, but I will
Slit his
request
throat.
very kindly, with no threat intended, some paper.
And then slit his
and,
throat with the paper. Death
And
by
if
paper cut.
if he could, 2 writing utensils. I guess I mean are we gonna go through the conversation? It's like we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do not find him on the train. Do you begin knocking on cabin doors?
Well, yeah, I'll just knock on his cabin, I suppose.
Oh, he's not on the train. Suspicious.
There's no response.
Break
Okay,
down.
I'm not gonna kill him, Vera. This is a you mission if you want to murder this guy. Okay, not getting a response. I suppose I will, I guess at this point, who was it that they said was gonna go through and check on everybody?
Aaron.
Aaron? Can I go find Aaron?
Sure. He's back in the servant's cart.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk this whole train a couple of times.
Okay. Sure. Well, we don't have to move you back there,
Okay.
but you're in the servants area with
Okay.
Aaron and the others.
Yeah, so I talked to her and I'm like, hey, have you checked on everyone yet?
Aaron looks at you and says, what do you mean?
Well, I was looking for Michael to ask a favor, and I haven't been able to find him.
Oh, you check his cabin?
Well, I knocked and no response. If he's in there or sleeping or something, obviously I won't bother him. But I just wanted to make sure that he was on the train.
Well, I asked Sergeant Eater, and he said that the individuals who left the train yesterday had all returned. We didn't do a terribly thorough check. I went through the cabins and I told everyone that we were departing, and that was kind of the end of it. So I imagine he's in his cabin.
Well, okay then. I suppose if he's in his cabin, then nothing to worry about. I'll just talk to him when he wakes up. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I will head out. I guess at this point I would go to Eater because not knowing anything of the conversation that happened. I would go to Eater. This is gonna be so annoying.
Hey,
So-
while you guys, I'm gonna go get some water while you guys do this.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I just approach Eater normally, like.
He looks very focused, and he sees you approaching, and he slides aside and gives you his full attention. He looks very, very intense, kind of like right before the duel started earlier.
Okay.
And he says, yes, Mr. Axel, is there something I can do for you?
Yeah. Is it like weirdly intent? Like way more than normal?
Yeah, he's giving off
Okay.
he's giving off vibes.
Okay,
So-
yeah. So I definitely hit a little oh yeah, are you good, man? We talked to you earlier, did the thing bother you a lot? Because then I won't bring it up anymore, but, I was just making sure you're okay. You seem quite worked up.
No, I'm fine. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Please hit me.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just wondering if you had seen Michael. I was gonna ask him a favor and see if I could borrow some paper or something from him, but I can't seem to find him.
Sergeant Eater looks deep in thought for a moment, and then he says, well, he returned to the train yesterday. I saw that. The last I saw him, he was headed towards the cabins. This was before our departure. Maybe about 20 minutes before.
Okay. I guess I'll just assume he's in his cabin for now, but I'll go check at bedtime again. I knocked earlier, no answer, but he might be napping. Might have not gotten much sleep, being worried and all.
Sure. Miss Vera, from what she should be in the cabin area as well.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I saw her going that way.
Gotcha. Well, nonetheless, thanks. That was it.
Sure. No problem. Let me know if you need anything.
We'll do. I'll walk off, kind of doing the like turn around and look kind of weirdly, a couple times. Of just okay.
Yeah. For what it's worth, Sergeant Eater appears to be fairly oblivious that he's acting differently.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, to him, he's just very, very normal. I walking by the kids though. I will. Okay, so I haven't found any paper yet. But once I do, one, because y'all have been very helpful, I promise we will start those lessons. I look at Alina as I say this, knowing she was the one that was excited to do it. But once I get that paper, we will assuredly get to it.
Sure, of course. No rush.
Yeah.
She says that, but she clearly is a very
Yeah,
expectant
very
looking
eager.
guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, just keep keep holding a good lookout.
Endel follows you, sort of slipping up out of his seat. He sort of gestures close to you. He says, Mr. Axel, you and your team, I mean, you guys are all good, right? You don't care about the comings and goings of your own team, right? I'm just thinking in terms of things to report on.
I look at him inquisitively and go, well, I mean, I think we're good. Why are you? Is there something that you noticed?
And all right, we're gonna do a few checks here.
Okay.
'Cause
I would add in just being like basically a comment of like, you know, you have done really good so far, so I would trust your gut instinct type thing.
Okay, and we'll do an intelligence check for him. Okay. Endel nods slowly and he says, "Well, it might be nothing. I assume that she'll tell you later. But I saw Miss Vera speak with Sergeant Eater, and it looked fairly intense. Like Sergeant Eater was about to. I mean, I know what it looks like when someone's ready for a fight. You know. It didn't come to that. If anything, Sergeant Eater calmed down a lot. He relaxed a bit. But I don't know. It was very strange.
No,
I just thought
but
I'd mention it.
no, I appreciate it. He was acting a little goofy with me, but I'll address that with Vera. But thanks though. You are being more than helpful.
Endel nods and sits back down. Actually, before he sits back down, he says, please tell me you're not just pulling Alina along. You'll really teach her a little bit, right?
No, I 100% will help. I can't say that I am the best teacher when it comes to literary things. And I say this loud enough for this part loud enough for Lena to hear, so that maybe it lowers some expectations. But I do promise to genuinely try to teach y'all a thing or two.
Endel shakes his head. He says confidently, it doesn't matter if you're a bad teacher. She's a good student. And he goes back and sits down.
Awesome. Yeah, Axel gets a good smile. This having never been a thing he experienced back on Earth, he's like, oh, okay, this feels good. Feels good helping people. He will.
Fucking narc.
You're pissed. I will originally, I guess, was heading back, I guess, just to my room to hang out till dinner time, and then checking on Michael. But we'll go ahead and knock on Vera's room. Weirdly enough, like a little.
I ain't telling you shit. You ain't getting shit from me.
Okay, Vera.
Bing bong.
Hey, Vera. So, listen, we all got our own things.
Uh-huh.
What the hell's going on with Sergeant Eater? Because I am getting people coming to me about you being weird, which is a problem.
Vera narrows her eyes. Who came to you?
That's not important right now. And I don't like the way you're looking at me because you're usually the nice one, so now I'm very concerned. What did you talk to him about?
I'm usually the nice one. Oh my goodness, your standards are low. I asked him
Standards
about...
are Lily. It's pretty low.
Yeah, Lily and me. I mean, come on.
I mean, it's not a great party in terms of kindness.
Oh.
You answer my question, and I will answer yours, Vera.
Vera, she like kind of sniffs, and then she goes, I asked him more about the body, and because he knows I'm a cleric, he more or less threatened, grabbed a sword.
Okay.
But it's fine. It turned out fine.
Okay, so it was all just talk about the body triggering PTSD things?
Well, yeah, and he also just doesn't like illegal being near him.
That is fair, and I kind of assumed that was the case, but I wanted to make sure because he was getting a little upset with the whole body talk.
Fine. I didn't trigger any flashbacks.
What do you mean? Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, what happened?
What do you mean? I told you what happened.
Well, you just said you didn't trigger any flashbacks, but the original statement was you did trigger flashbacks. So you're giving me mixed signals, Vera.
Wait, when did I say when did Vera say that? That she triggered his PTSD flashbacks?
Well, you had said talking about the body made him grab the sword. So, if that's not what caused it.
You're suspicious of me, though.
Suspicious that you killed the person?
No, it's just that a fucking illegal was approaching him, and he doesn't like me because of that. And is suspicious because of that.
Okay. I'm gonna keep a buck with you. I feel like this story is being weird. I'm not even gonna touch it. The part where it started where it was PTSD, then it wasn't PTSD, and then it was because you were illegal, even though I feel like we had kind of straightened that whole situation out anyway, so I don't know why he'd be drawing his sword on you for funsies, but I'm just gonna leave it alone because clearly you don't want to talk about it. Maybe it was personal. I don't know. Alright, whatever. Okay. Axel just goes to his room. This is
Poor
crazy.
Axel just doesn't get any of the information, does he?
Oh no, Lily's gonna love
Axel
this
isn't
one.
allowed to know things. This is as it should be.
What you get for flirting. You made your choice.
Axel is now sitting in the room instead, pondering what the fuck went on between Vera and Sergeant Eater.
Okay. Lily, is there anything that you'd like to do in the meantime?
Kind of just small talk with kind of the same thing Axel did
Excuse
with
me.
the garrison soldiers of like small talking my way into some lore.
Okay. With whom?
Um,
The
presumably
racist dad?
not the
Hell
the
yeah.
racist son, because I think the son would
Agree with
not
the
that he
ideals.
would know like more, but he was also bored and maybe he wants a friend or something. And he
Okay.
seems like noir, so
There you go. Lily just
getting
approaching
good
children
order.
on the train.
I mean, I also don't think. Hey, no, he would approach me when I would walk with my cat. I have the right.
Whee!
Sure. So you sort of sit around and hang out with the Kramers for a little bit. You can go and make either persuasion or investigation. I'm okay with either. Okay. You're charming enough. He's mostly
Advantage. Noir's helping.
Nor's distracting him more than anything.
Exactly.
Well, which makes he wants to talk about Noir, and he's not really paying that much attention to you. Is the issue?
Fair enough.
His dad, chimes in from time to time, though. He's like a little nervous when you're hanging out with him at first, but after a little bit, he seems to be more comfortable with it, as you seem to be chill. I'll say with an 11. 11, you don't get too much. I'll say you get the sense that Kramer, his life back in Duran is kind of difficult because he's not an official citizen.
Mm.
He mentions a few times how like they've been waiting for the papers to go through for years now, and it's never happened. There's always some sort of it's pretty standard, like complaining about the DMV sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Complaining about the bureaucracy.
God
And
damn.
as a result,
contracts.
he's thinking of moving to Corlita, which Jordan is very excited about, but Zachary considerably less so. I'll say that's sort of what you can get with a 10.
That's fine. That would probably be most of it.
Okay.
Inklings.
That
I was like, I
actually-
would.
yeah.
Probably. I was like, I would probably walk past Alina and Endel at some point. Granted, they already talked to Axel, but okay. Weird question. The storage cart is the last cart. There's not a door on the other side of it.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I just never paid attention, and I was curious.
Yeah. No, that's the last car.
That's fine. Most of the time is just spent small talking to them. There's not really like a
Okay.
big plan or anything.
That evening, Alma begins heading down and taking people's orders from the train carts. She claims that Aaron asked her to bring everyone's meals to their rooms to eat there, just because she knows that some people have been kind of shaken by the dramatic events of the fueling station, have been not terribly comfortable leaving their rooms.
Which room is Michael's?
This one.
Ooh, okay. I would like to try to listen if that door opens and closes for food purposes.
Sure. So most people, like I said, most of the people just eat in the waiting cars, like Alina Endel, Sergeant Eater, the Kramers, the Noblemans, Joseph Wallach.
Oh,
You
I thought
haven't
we were all
seen-
staying in our rooms. Okay, I misunderstood.
No, basically, Alma's delivering everyone's meals to them wherever they happen to
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
am taking mine and Fetterman's to keep the if there is a facade to keep it up, that he's still there. I guess.
Okay. Sure. Alma, you hear Alma knocking at Buffer's door, first of all.
No.
If anyone would like to do... Oh, well, I guess Vera specifically, if there's something you'd like to do about that.
Oh, shoot.
She's
all
there.
right.
You,
So
yeah,
she
I'm-
disappeared as
Oh my
soon as
gosh,
you walked
she's
out.
invisible. She's a ghost. I go,
twist.
Miss Alma,
Ignore
Buffer
that,
is
ignore it, not there.
under the weather. I can take his food for you if you want me to.
Sure. I assume just the mushroom soup. That's kind of his thing.
Yes. Thank
All right,
you.
I'll bring you 2 servings then.
Can I just get a sandwich, please?
Sure, that's fine.
Tired of mushroom soup.
Okay. Alma, let's see. So she will knock at Enoch's door, and so Lily, you're accepting 2 plates or 2 servings or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Alma doesn't, for what it's worth, Alma doesn't try to like peek inside the room or anything like that. She just sort of accepts it at face value.
Yeah, Nor's a dragon. He has to eat. Homie gotta eat.
You said one of you was saying that you were looking or like keeping an eye on Michael Stark's door.
Yeah, I would like to listen for this. Also, if I hear her coming with the cart as well, I could do the good old timing. Oh, I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Right. So you do hear her knock on the Michael Stark's door for the order.
Okay, at that point, I'd like to go out and like go to the restroom, but keep an eye.
Okay. You can go and make a perception check.
Also, I would like to be trying different foods with Noir to see if he has cat taste buds or other taste buds.
Okay. So you can't hear anything coming from Michael Stark's room. However, Alma does appear to hear something. So she doesn't. She just continues on, and she continues taking.
So
the
there
orders
was
about-
somewhat of a conversation through the door.
Unless Alma was faking it.
Okay.
That'd
Which
be fun.
would be crazy.
In any case, Alma does come by. I mean, there's a limit to. She stops here. She stops here. If you like to, I mean, it's up to you.
I'd do the good old, because I guess last time I didn't because I was just listening. So this time I will do like the restroom of like trying to walk out, and then maybe as I go to the bathroom, since I am on the other side of the hallway, kind of peeking through the door.
Sure. The door does open, and Michael, what you assume is Michael Stark's arm reaches out and accepts the food, and then the door quickly closes afterwards.
And the arm looked like
Michael Stark's.
Looked like Michael Stark's. Okay.
The food is delivered
like,
to each of you in turn as you ordered it. Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna kill Michael Stark. No, just
Eat
kidding.
my food.
Yeah, I am one by one
Feeding Noir different things to see what he likes. Like I said, see if he has the cat taste buds. I imagine not many things ruin his stomach being a dragon, but
Yeah, so far, everything that you've fed him, he seems pretty happy with.
Well,
To be fair, like, you only had access to fairly, like, standard fare. Like, nothing
Yeah.
too exotic.
doesn't
So,
like alcohol though. We know that.
technically, you didn't give him any.
Oh, I thought I let him lick some, and he didn't like it.
I can't remember. I think it was offered and he didn't want it, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I think that was the case. Yeah, Axel, would you like to do something?
Yes, I'm going to eat to my food and then start leaving with my empty plate and go ahead and knock on Michael's door again as I'm going by. And I'll even say like, "Oh, hey, Michael, I had to ask a quick favor of you."
Okay.
I would like to listen in with these rolls being so.
You can make a persuasion check, Axel.
Alrighty. I was like, I genuinely am just asking for the paper. God damn it.
Yeah, no, there's no response.
No response. Okay. At the door, then I go ahead and go, well, nonetheless, I was just going to see if you had any paper I could borrow. Even just a few pages is fine. And a writing utensil or two. That's it. I was going to help the kids maybe learn something while we're on the train, keep them entertained. So I guess think about it, and I'll just keep walking.
Cool, Uncle Axel.
As you start to walk away, the door does open. Michael Stark, he's rummaging through a bag and he pulls out some paper and little pencils, and he offers them to you.
Yeah.
As he is offering them to you, you can sort of get a look at him. You can make either perception or insight check.
What's insight use? Wisdom. Do they both use wisdom? Are they both wisdom? They are. God damn it. So it literally doesn't matter for me. Okay. Oh!
Oh my god.
Let's go!
You don't get that with insight.
True. True. Perception was very important.
Okay. So.
Life story. Give it to me.
Everything.
His eyes are sunken in.
Okay.
He is quivering a little bit. This man, Michael Stark, is terrified.
Ooh, okay. Does
he's
it seem
trying to
like
hide
of me or just of something?
Of something.
Okay.
He's trying to hide it, trying to be sort of casual as he hands you the paper, even as his hands are shaking.
Okay.
I'll say with a nat 20, you also get the sense that he is not necessarily frightened of you, but he sort of there's just very subtle glances to Vera's, where he thinks that Vera and Lily's door is.
Okay.
I'll say with a nat 20, it's almost as though he doesn't want to be talking to cops right now, because
Okay.
he's seen something that he shouldn't have.
Ooh,
Okay.
spicy.
I will grab the papers.
Can I say that was like the luckiest nat 20 you could have gotten?
Ooh, okay. Whew.
He finally gets a good one.
I know Axel had a good roll, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it.
You're gonna throw so hard. Fuck.
Okay, I know. Okay, no. So I grab the papers, and just give them oh, thank you. Sorry if I was bothering you. I just needed it for them, and
I'm just a little under the weather, is all.
no, of course. Do you need me to get you anything?
No, it's fine. Miss Alma brought me enough to last me. It's good. And he sort of looks. He looks like he's searching for a conversation topic that's comfortable.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, the pocket watch. Have any news about the pocket watch?" It seems like he does it. Before it was very important to him.
No, he doesn't
right
really
now,
care.
he doesn't seem like he cares.
Okay. No, we got a few more eyes looking for it for you, but still haven't really heard any news on it. Are you okay? Are you getting sick or anything? I mean, I know you said you were down with something. Is it bad?
Yeah, it's fine. Just a cold. No, that's fine about the pocket watch. Don't worry. I think it's probably just lost. I would say call off the search. It's fine at this point. I don't want to waste your guys' time.
Okay, of course. I mean, please, if you need anything, stop by. I mean, my cabin's down there. I'm more than willing to help with whatever you got going on.
Will do. I'll probably see an alchemist or something when we get into Duran, but it'll be fine. Anyway, I'll see you around, Mr. Axel. And he sort of shuts the door pretty quickly.
Okay. I just give it. Okay, well, best wishes. That's like go off.
Can I make a perception check to see if I hear this?
You don't need to. You do hear it. They weren't being quiet.
Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, I don't want to stir his suspicions yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and just proceed as normal. I'm gonna go to the kiddos with good news. Well, I'll acknowledge that in a bit. So yeah, I walk in, and I go ahead and. Oh, I hate that the seats are not two facing each other. Yeah, I go ahead and I kind of go into this seat, but turn the other direction. I'll set my plate next to me, and I'm like, "Hey, guess what I got?" And I show the paper and writing utensils.
Alina lights up, and even Endel, he seems happy for her at least.
No.
And he says, "All right, well, how about you two practice, and I'll watch. How about that, Alina?" Alina looks over at him, sort of glaring, and says, "You should learn too." He says, I learn better from watching. You guys go ahead." And Alina will accept your lessons and
And I will save one piece of paper for jotting down the information he gave us, although at this point, I don't know how crucial it is, but we'll see.
Okay, I mean, you can write what you want. For the teaching, go ahead and just make a either persuasion, performance, or just straight intelligence. Go with any of them.
Let's see. Ugh, you're killing me. All of this is not a strong suit of his, so it makes sense. Persuasion, performance. Yeah, I guess intelligence is probably my best bet.
Second nat 20.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Axel.
It's
definitely
canonical.
not something that he's doing.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, like Alina, you're at least able to teach her like beginning to write letters and whatnot. You're not good. It's fairly slow work though.
Okay.
And you keep like stumbling and messing up. You aren't able to reach her that well, in context that she understands.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Vera and Lily, what would you guys like to do?
I would just be roaming the train. I'll just keep it a buck. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I do know about the Michael Stark thing, but much like Axel, I will let him divulge information. I'm not gonna spread anything.
Okay. How about you, Vera?
I do want to say something as Lily walks by me whenever we...
I'm dying of coughing right now. I need a sec.
That's Michael Stark. Not me.
Okay, as Lily... nice. As Lily is walking by, I kind of reach out and tap you real quick. So I'm like, hey, remind me, I need to talk to you later about something.
Assuming it's the Michael Stark thing. Very well, Axel. No problem. What is it you are doing with the children?
Oh, well, trying to teach them some writing and literacy such. Do you want to hop in? Because this isn't necessarily my strong suit, but I'm trying my best.
I can do it auditorily.
Yeah.
If listening helps.
I mean, I'm not a great explainer, so, you can do the auditory part and I'll do the writing part.
Perfect. So I will help Axel. Axel writes what I say, I guess.
Thank God.
Okay.
Get me out of this.
So Lily, I assume Lily will probably have a better check here. So you can do either, what did I say, persuasion, performance, or intelligence.
Persuasion, performance, or intelligence.
Nice! I wanted to help the kids. Let's go.
So basically, Axel like says some nonsense, and then Lily translates it to actually makes sense, and like Lily, a fairly surprisingly skilled teacher in this context, it appears.
I've had to explain how things look a lot. I've
Yeah.
heard it a lot.
Listen, I can write letters, okay? I'm capable of
Vera,
that.
is there anything that you'd like to do?
I guess I was gonna say. I guess Nora is looking at Axel, so Lily would be talking about things Axel is doing wrong, specifically.
Oh my god. What time is it? Is it like nighttime or something?
So this is after dusk or around dusk, so it's turning to nighttime now.
Great. Didn't I don't know. Didn't Sergeant Eater say that he wanted to meet up every night or something?
He did say that.
Those were words that he said.
Cool. Oh god.
Would you like to do anything?
I'm dying of coughing. I need a sec.
Stop dying, please.
Meow.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
This is our Lord and Savior.
I
Amen.
got an amen.
My throat fucking hurts. Jesus needs to save my throat. It hurts.
Nope. What's up?
Yeah.
No, go ahead,
Take your
please.
opportunity. No, don't.
Get this one demonetized, why don't you?
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think Throat Goat would get demonetized.
Oh no, that's fine. I thought that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, good. They're all in here, huh?
Yeah, we're just sitting here having an English lesson.
it, do we write in the same language of this world? Do we have the same alphabet?
If not, we are fucking these kids
That
up.
is so
I was-
fucking
I was-
funny if you
I was
teach
gonna
them a
say-
different
I was
alphabet.
gonna say the notes were in English, and then Fetterman wrote me in English as well. So it is a strong assumption that it's the same language. If not, I don't know how we're interpreting.
Magic. Oh, that is so fucking
So
funny.
it is a different language. However, due to your Outworlder status, you were ingrained with the language of
Okay.
this world.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we automatically know how to write in it too.
Yes.
Boo.
We're
This is so
literate.
funny of
Let's
you.
go.
That would be crazy if they gave us a letter that we couldn't read about the killer.
Is there anything in particular Vera would like to do before you guys go to bed? Because this is kind of going to be Axel and Lily's evening here.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Well, obviously I don't want to do this in front of them. So Vera just walks in, pokes her head, and then she's like, ah. And then she
And
just
you are really trying to make Axel not trust you. I mean, you are doing everything in your power to make Axel not trust anything you do.
I look over it. I'll self-roll this actually.
Oops.
All right. So you guys complete the lesson. Like I said, this will kind of be your evening.
Yeah.
Alma arrives with a message for you, Lily, stating that Carmina is going to bed early. She had kind of a long night. She'll be happy to see you tomorrow night, however.
That's fine. Yeah, with the self-inducted rule here, I guess I'd look over at Axel, wondering what the fuck that was.
Yeah, as she walks away, I feel you looking at me, and I look up and I just go, that's part of the conversation.
I'm just going to say, because I'm not going to move all the tokens, but one by one, Sergeant Eater, the Kramers, and Joseph Wallach, I think that's everyone who isn't there already. They all return to their rooms.
Okay.
They pass by you guys as they would have.
Assuming Alina's not going to be the one to end this, after we're the last ones in there for like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, Axel being very exhausted because English is not his thing, kind of sits back and goes, all right, how about we continue going over this tomorrow?
Alina nods, like barely even hearing you, and she says, "Oh yeah, no, this is more than enough to practice." And Endel like sort of glares at you a little bit and says, like in a friendly way, says,
Yeah.
"She's gonna be up all night, you know."
Hey, and you know what? I love you guys, but that's really seeming like a you problem, Endel. So best of luck, brother.
He grins, sort of taking the jab in stride. They head back to their rooms. Do you guys head back to your rooms as well?
Yes, and I will give Alina, because I'd assume, how many pages did he give us to like work with?
He would have given you a fair amount, like probably like 20 sheets or something
Okay.
like that.
I was gonna say maybe we used like 10 of them, and she can take those 10 to like study.
Sure. All right. As you guys sleep that night.
Well, I think me and Lily need to have a conversation before we sleep.
Oh, okay, sure. You guys can do that real quick.
Yeah, the good old. Oh, I gotta go and plop down on the bed.
Nor on watch. Nor stays on watch.
First off, Lily, it's a shit show. We're just gonna start with that.
I could have guessed that way before we got on this stupid fucking
So, first off, Vera's lying about something. Her and Sergeant Eater are talking. I don't know. He got upset and like almost drew his sword on her. I don't even have all the details. This is just what I got from Endel. I don't ask. All I know is Vera's not telling me the truth about that. That's all I got. That's all I got. Don't know anything more past that. The other thing, which I'm sure you heard, thin walls and all. Michael Stark knows something. I don't know what, and I had a feeling that pressing the issue in that moment was a bad call. But
that as well.
yeah, he constantly like kept looking to you and Vera's room, or at least y'all's old room, and seeing as he did leave around the same time with the nobles, or at least the noble and their guard. Um, I have a feeling he either does directly know something now or has seen something he shouldn't have. Either way, I think that whoever he saw it from doesn't know that he saw it. That is my current running theory, but could be anything. I mean, he just looked miserable.
I see. Maybe using the pocket watch as a persuasion measure would be useful.
That was exactly what I was thinking. It's kind of a free excuse to go back to his room.
As much as I would love to inspect it, I don't think we have the capability to do so.
Not yet, at least. But yeah, son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill myself. But yeah, okay. Is she knocking on the door?
No, I mean Noir's outside, right?
Oh, yeah, fair
So
enough.
she walks up and like pets Noir first. I mean, she doesn't know that, you know.
Yeah, I was Lily. Do you acknowledge this at all to me?
Yeah. Rachel appears to be at the
Oh, not right
door.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate timing.
Oh, this is also gonna look weird.
No. I've already established that you and I are not a thing.
Oh,
We're good there.
okay. Well, I guess that's one issue that I don't have to worry about trying to talk my way out of.
I did talk to her and clear things up. Me and her are on good terms, and yeah, as far as it goes, do not worry. I am not going to get in the middle of whatever you two have going.
Nice. In talking to her, did she ever bring up the flower shop thing that they're wanting us to do?
Oh, she did. I'm excited. I love flowers. They smell nice.
Oh shit! Perfect. Okay, awesome. Anyway, that's really all I needed to mention to you. Don't know what Vera has said or has done. Michael's got some shit going on.
I guess as she's I'm almost like approaching the door. I guess hold your hands back. I grab your hand. And I am and I look Axel dead in the eyes. And I go, please keep account that the two that have to deal with the consequences are going to be us two, not her. Keep that in mind, Axel.
Yeah, I still want to try to get her home, but I guess we'll see.
No, of course. She is a friend after all, but you know. Oops, I didn't mean to open that.
Rachel!
Rachel! Our lives do not end after the mission, as, in a matter of speaking, do.
Of course, and here, this is actually a pretty free excuse. And I go ahead and pull out the Emperor's Gambit set and set it out on the bed real quick, just willy-nilly, just so we can be like, oh, we were playing Emperor's Gambit. So I just set that up real quick.
I will let Noir kind of usher her in then. Noir goes to, gets Rachel's attention and proceeds to, I guess, like look at the door, giving some sort of like, you can open it. Okay.
Yeah, Rachel goes over and knocks on the door softly. She calls out, it's Rachel.
Oh, Rachel, hey, what's up? Me and Lily were just playing some Emperor's Gambit. I go ahead and open the door showing.
She nods and she says, I assumed with Mr. Noir there outside. I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, unfortunately, the conductor of the train keeps, for lack of a better term, kind of absolutely throttling me in Emperor's Gambit, and Axel is a lot more experienced than I am.
I've had a good teacher.
She says, yeah, I imagine he's a good teacher. Immediately contradicting you.
Yeah.
She'll step back and say, I'll... are you guys done, or?
Yeah, I kind of, fix my clothes and stand up from us playing on the bed, and I go out the door, and I'm like, we wasn't finished. He gave me good lessons, and I give her like a little bow to go in.
She does walk in.
I close the door like as she's walking in.
Okay. As soon as the door is closed, she was trying to sort of keep up a front while Lily was there.
Mm-hmm.
When the door closes, however, she bursts into tears.
I knew this shit. I fucking knew it.
Dude, the thin wall buff is crazy. I'm looking at my ear to the door.
I immediately kind of do the I grab her, move her, sit her on the bed, and sit next to her, and the good old a hand over the shoulder. What's wrong?
She says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you, Axel. It just I'm feeling very, very vulnerable right now. Could I stay here for the night? We don't have to do anything. Just I can't be around Irina right now."
Um, of course. I mean, hey, it's perfectly fine with me. If you just want to have somewhere to crash, that's totally fine. Is it something you want to talk about, or is this something that's like
She
on
kind
the
of
low
brushes
right
up
now?
against you and sort of hugs you tightly, and she says, "Oh no, we don't need to talk. Just this is fine. This is good."
Okay, whatever you need. And I'll kind of lay down and I guess just the normal, just kind of cuddle. And Axel
Yeah,
will literally just be
fantastic.
silent. Yeah, he will just be silent and doing nothing unless she asks questions or says anything.
No, however, her weeping does stop after a little bit as she cuddles with you. Basically, she appears to get more and more comfortable. As you guys both begin to fall asleep, you do hear her whisper, uh, "I love you, Axel." Um, and the next morning, you are all woken up by a sharp knocking sound at Vera's door.
Does this wake Rachel? I guess are we ending the session there, or what's the
Uh, Almost.
almost okay?
Vera, do you answer?
My throat's generally not doing too good. I don't know if
Okay.
I can
Uh,
finish this.
that's fine. Sergeant Eater whispers through the door in a harsh voice, "Michael Stark's dead. Get out here."
Oh,
And that's where we end tonight's
fuck.
session.
Fuck off, man! My nat 20 goes to waste.